All-Star Monday on MLB Network.
This year, the All-Star Game is more than a chance to celebrate a sport bursting with young. It's an occasion to set our gaze upon who's next.
He can do it all. Really high-ceiling player.
Precocious stars, potential ceiling than Acuna, Tatis, and Vlad. As the MLB Draft and Midsummer Classic are united.
Let's go, we're shaking it up.
There's never been a time and place like this in baseball history. And so let's allow our minds to wander. Who's the next dominant starter with the persona and pitches to humble hitters? Who's the next familiar name to follow in his father's footsteps?
My dreams started to become a little bit clear that I wanted to do what he did.
The next franchise catcher.
Stay hot, Mr. Posey.
Poised to lead from the day of his MLB debut. The next iconic shortstop. With dreams of Cooperstown. Who's the next World Series walk-off hero?
And we'll see you tomorrow night.
We're about to learn who will inherit the expectations and excitement of being drafted first overall, and the young face whom the Pirates hope joins their roster of Steel City icons. In today's game, the present leaps into the future like never before. The joy of anticipation an eyelash away from the demands of performance. Here, tomorrow arrives tonight.
To take my soul and make it undone. Be the one to take me home and show me the sun. I know, you can bring the fire, I can bring the bones. I know, you make the fire, my bones will make it grow.
The Detroit Tigers select Spencer Torkelson, Adley Rutschman, Dansby Swanson,
Anthony Rendon, Tim Anderson, Michael Aaron Judge.
With the first selection, the Pittsburgh Pirates select
and welcome everyone to the 2021 MLB Draft. Our coverage today is presented by Dove Men Plus Care. Again, this is exciting. Since 2009, the draft, it came from New Jersey, our MLB Network studios. That has changed with the support of Major League Baseball. We've moved it for the first time ever. It's not in June, it's in July. Road, Denver, Colorado, part of All-Star Week. Harold, this is a dream come true for us.
Well, it's a dream come true for us, but today is the players getting drafted day. So we've created a bigger party, an atmosphere that is really conducive to the sport. As we continue to grow baseball and recuperate, this is important to do. And it's been a controversial move to July, but if you understand the importance of where the game is growing and how to grow it and dig it back, this move had to be done.
Yeah, bigger picture philosophy here, Dan O'Dowd. This is helping make marquee events just happen more often in our sport. You know what I mean?
Well, it's a game. We're celebrating our game by promoting the draft this way, and you guys know how I feel about tonight and tomorrow and the next day. It's the most important day for every organization. Organizations are built on decisions. The next day, they get to make a minimum of 20 or a lot more than that.
Again, 20 rounds, normally 40 rounds. You see all the potential draftees in their homes. Tim Corbin, Vandy head coach, also with us. You've been coaching so many first-round picks in your terrific college baseball coaching career. You know better than we do what this night means for all of them.
Well, they're very anxious. I mean, all the work's been done, though. They can't do anything now. They just got to wait like us, and there's a lot of mystery to what's going to happen, but happy for them. I mean, this event right here is very celebratory. It feels like a July 4th event, and it just, for them, that's what they deserve. You do everything for the kids, and MLB's doing something right here.
And, Coach, we're excited to have you. You know, it's important to have the face of college baseball as coaches, what you're doing with your program. the importance of understanding that this is one baseball. College, minor leagues, amateur ball, all of it's so important. So thank you for joining us. Looking forward to your insight on these college players and just everybody in this draft.
Yeah, we have a million breakdown tapes. We're going to introduce America to the new faces of organizations. All 30 teams represented here tonight as they make impactful decisions. Take a look at some of the top prospects that will be available in tonight's draft. Marcelo Meyer, he's been the #1 guy in many mock drafts. Then Jack Leiter, Jordan Lawler, another high school shortstop, Khalil Watson, Henry Davis, top college bat and catcher available, Kumar Rocker. Again, teammates with Jack Leiter at Vanderbilt, top high school right-hander Jackson Jobe, Brady House. It's exciting. Time now for the opening remarks. Here now, Baseball Commissioner Rob Manfred.
Good evening, everyone. On behalf of Major League Baseball, we welcome you to the 2021 draft. We're thrilled to be here at the Belco Theater in Denver and to hold our draft for the first time ever on baseball's biggest stage of All-Star Week. We all look forward to hearing names called tonight that will become future All-Star participants. Some of you were at Coors Field earlier today, where we had a terrific start to the festivities with the SiriusXM All-Star Futures game and the Celebrity Softball game. We couldn't be more excited about the next 2 nights as we showcase our game's greatest stars on a global stage. Tonight's a wonderful opportunity for our sport to shine a light on the future stars of the game and to honor the hard work put in by the players as well as their families, coaches, and scouts. I thank the Hall of Famers, former All-Stars, and other distinguished individuals who are here tonight representing our 30 clubs. And I especially want to recognize the special young men who are here with us tonight. Ryan Cusick, a pitcher from Wake Forest University. Henry Davis, a catcher from the University of Louisville. Joe Mack, a catcher from Williamsville East High School in New York. Matt Mikulski, a pitcher from Fordham University. Colson Montgomery, an infielder from Southridge High School in Indiana. Chase Petty, a pitcher from Mainland Regional High School in New Jersey. Trey Sweeney, an infielder from Eastern Illinois University. And Jordan Wicks, a pitcher from Kansas State University. We congratulate all of you and wish your families the very best. I also want to introduce you to a special guest. We are honored to welcome Logan Howard, an 18-year-old pitcher from Rocky Mountain Lutheran High School in Commerce City, Colorado. We look forward to sharing Logan's inspiring story before the Giants make the 14th pick of the draft. We thank Logan and his family and friends for being here with us tonight. And now with that, we turn the 2021 draft over to the Pittsburgh Pirates, who have the first selection. Thank you and enjoy the evening.
Thank you, Mr. Commissioner. So Ben Cherington knew after his team went 19-41 in 2020 and last in the NL Central that they were going to get this #1 pick. Inside their draft room for the 5th time in franchise history, they will have the #1 pick. The last time they had it, 2011. They took a right-hander from UCLA named Garrett Cole. he was pretty good for them. Now he's pretty good for the New York Yankees. Neil Walker is representing that organization tonight here inside the Belco Theater. There are plenty of players to pick from. Marcelo Myers, as talented as they come. You got Henry Davis, Khalil Watson, Jack Leiter, and so many of them are standing by in their homes and their draft parties waiting to find out if their names will be heard and called with the #1 pick. The MLB draft really gets going right after this.
If you have one shot in this game, isn't it right now?
You
sure
probably think, but it's only the 4th inning.
Camarena, they need length from him as a pitcher. Camarena to deep right field. Camarena plays it, slam Diego. Are you kidding me? The Padres pitcher, the grand slam off Max Scherzer. That's unbelievable.
You were asking why this guy's hitting in this position. That's probably why. This guy's a pretty good hitter.
I've got gadgets and gizmos aplenty.
I've got who's its and what's its galore.
But who cares?
No big deal. I want more.
Up where they walk, up where they run, up where they stay all day in the sun. Wandering free. Wish I could be part of that.
Arm & Hammer Plus OxyClean with odor blasters. Stains are removed and odors eliminated. For a deep, powerful clean. More power to you.
Another crown?
Just have a water this round, please.
There you go.
Take a water break and moderate your drinking on game day.
What are you wearing, dog?
They're pants, dog.
No, these are pants, dog.
No way. My pants are pants, dog.
Pizza on a bagel. We can all agree with that.
Whatever those are, they're not pants.
When you have auto glass damage, schedule Safe Light's new Drop and Go service. Just drop off your keys and go enjoy your day. We'll send you text updates and let you know when it's ready. Schedule Drop and Go today.
Safe Light Repair, Safe Light Replace.
For 25 years, Major League Baseball and the Boys and Girls Clubs of America have teamed up to guide kids through the first tries.
It's all good, Aaron.
The curveballs.
There you go.
And the big dreams, setting them up to make great plays on and off the field, celebrating 25 years of building brighter futures together.
Welcome back to our 2021 MLB Draft coverage presented by Dove Men Plus Care. We are moments away from finding out who the Pirates will take with the #1 overall pick. Before we get to the commissioner, as you look inside their draft room, Dan O'Dowd, you've been there before. Give me the philosophy of a #1 pick.
Well, you don't want to be in this position every year, so you want to get a franchise player, someone that you can build around for years to come.
Is it always best available or the perfect fit for your franchise?
For me, it is.
Okay, time to find out. To the podium we go, and the commissioner.
With the first pick of the 2021 MLB Draft, the Pittsburgh Pirates select Henry Davis, a catcher from the University of Louisville. The Texas Rangers have the next pick.
Wow! Mock drafts blown up everywhere. Just the way we like it. Henry Davis, for the 7th time ever, a catcher drafted 1 of 1. Second time in the last 3 years. Adley Rutschman drafted 1st overall by the Baltimore Orioles. considered far and away the best catching prospect in this draft, and now he's the #1 pick in the draft.
Well, Greg, a lot of people said the combine wasn't going to matter. Ben Cherington was one of the 5 GMs there. He was there for extra days. Henry Davis was at the combine. They spent a lot of time getting to talk. Dan, you talk about a lot, getting to know that player and how important the interview process is, more than the skill set and the workout.
Yeah, this kid's got, he checks off all the boxes as a person. And the bat it's a legitimate bat. So he does check off 2 of the boxes that you look for, and it's a position of need within our game. It's a position you'd like to build your organization around.
A moment he'll never forget, shaking the hand of the commissioner. He has the Pirates jersey on. Tim Corbin, what do you think of this college star as the #1 pick in the draft?
Well, Dan was saying, he was talking about a franchise player, and when you pick a catcher, you're picking someone that potentially can run a pitching staff. And this guy, as Dan said, he's got great personality, he's got charisma, but that's a body. That's a durable body. That's a strong body. That's someone who can really, really throw, and he's got an offensive talent too. He showed it this year. He hit about 370, hit some double-digit home runs, and he doesn't strike out. He knows the strike zone, so this is a really talented player.
Career-high 15 home runs this season. He flirted with a 400 batting average. He's now the #1 pick in the draft, and he's standing by with Colorado native Lauren Gardner. Lauren.
Appreciate that, Greg. Let's talk about this for a second, Henry. First overall pick. How do you like the sounds of that? I know they like it.
I'm pretty excited.
Were you at all surprised? We knew you were probably going to be in the top 5, but first overall, what was your reaction when your name was called?
Just fired up, ready to go, ready to get to work, super excited.
We were talking before all this began about your reason for coming here to Denver today, and that was for your family. Aside from thank you, what's your message to your family right now?
They've done so much for me. Everybody's sitting there. I wouldn't be here without them. Nobody does anything special alone, and you hear it all the time. You win in life with the right people, and I definitely have the right people by my side.
You're going to make me cry. I think you're not going to have a dry eye in the house here, my friend. For all the Pirates fans out there watching, what are they getting in you?
Hard worker, I want to win, competitor. I'm going to do everything I can to help this organization get to where it needs to be.
Congratulations, Henry Davis, first overall pick in the 2021 draft. Go enjoy, my friend.
Lauren, thank you very much. So great to see his family celebrating this moment with him. A look at the last 3 catchers drafted first overall. Adley Rutschman in 2019, Joe Mauer 18 years before that. This is not the norm. But Tim Corbin, you've seen this kid play in the college ranks. You're not shocked by this at all. Why? Break him down for us.
Well, I think just from the catching ability, he can really, really throw. He can receive, and he's getting better. There's a real development pattern here with this kid. He did a lot by himself, but Louisville did a nice job with him. As you can see right here, I compare him to another first-rounder that played years ago, but look at the versatility in terms of his throwing. He throws off a knee right here. You're going to watch him exchange and get on his feet. And then the next throw here, these are all accurate. They have a lot of strength from his knees again. It's just his ability to run a staff, shut down a running game, and compared him to this guy. And sometimes that's not fair, but same type of size, same type of durability. And this guy was a captain and ran a staff for a long period of time, and Henry's got the ability to do that. But happy for the kid. That's a lot of great development there, because as a freshman, he wasn't that player. This is a kid who had about 230 his freshman year. After the College World Series, went home and really dedicated himself to the craft of catching.
Yeah, I want to go upstairs. Carlos Collazo standing by of Baseball America. Carlos, what do you make of this #1 pick, Henry Davis?
Yeah, well, obviously it blows up the mocks, but maybe it's just better to get that out of the way at the first pick. But I think what's important to note here is we don't have a top overall consensus talent. Henry Davis was solidly in the top 5 group of players in the draft, and I think he very quickly established himself as the best college position player in the class this year. What stands out for me, obviously the arm strength. He's one of the best throwers in the class, 70 grade arm strength, and he had that going back to high high school, but I think the development with his offensive ability over his career at Louisville is really impressive. He's got an innate feel for the barrel. He walks more than he strikes out. He's got really impressive power to the pull side as well. So if you're looking for a player who has bat-to-ball skills and impact, you're getting that with Davis, who also plays a premium defensive position.
It's crazy. Will Smith is a catcher for the Dodgers right now, sitting there going, wow, another Louisville catcher, and this guy #1 overall. Carlos, thank you so much. What stands out to me about this guy, I remember the interview Dan O'Dowd did kind of behind the scenes, and you asked him a great question. What would his high school teammates think of him? Do you remember his answer to that?
Yeah, absolutely. I remember it very well. They said they weren't very fond of him.
Yes. Let's go now. Time for the second pick in the draft.
With the second pick of the 2021 MLB Draft, the Texas Rangers select Jack Leiter, a right-handed pitcher from Vanderbilt University. The Detroit Tigers have the next pick.
Jack Leiter is off the board. Yes, Jack, who was amazing, finishing the 2021 season 11-4 with a 2.13 ERA in 18 starts. Tied with Kumar Rocker for the NCAA lead in strikeouts this season. He had almost 15 K per nine. Only 48 hits allowed in 110 innings. First team All-SEC, SEC newcomer of the year. He was amazing in just a short amount of time, Tim, in your program, and now he's a #2 pick by the Rangers.
Well, he became an immediate winner, and there was a lot of hype about him coming to school, and I tried to downplay that a little bit because he had never pitched in the SEC before. But I'll tell you what, he came in, he was very comfortable, obviously a refined pitcher. His command and what he does, and you're going to see some of it right here. This is, he throws 4 distinct pitches, but this one right here is that power fastball, and he really gets over the front side, and you can tell by that ball, it explodes once it gets into the zone, and he throws it at the stomach, chest level, and it's really difficult. But you're going to see how he really uses his body. This guy with very strong legs, uses his legs well, and you can see how he gets out in front of the ball to extend through it. Now you're going to see from an umpire, catcher, hitter view, that's not very friendly right there. And he attacks. He's coming after you. He's a puncher, and I think that's the best thing you can say about him. Here, you talk about the last 10%, it really throws through the ball, and you see the extension on the ball. That's where really you get the giddy up on the ball as it gets to the plate, and that's what he does really well. But he's more than just a fastball pitcher. That's a plus pitch, and a lot of scouts have graded as some of the best fastball. Al's having a good time.
Our friend Al Leiter, his wife Lori, the whole family, as Jack Leiter was just selected #2 overall by the Texas Rangers. What a moment.
That is so cool. It's gone a long ways, man. And his stuff is electric, it plays, but I think the big story for me is how hard he worked. This kid was a shortstop. He was a little small. He grew up to about 6 foot. He's not 6'4", he's not big like his dad, but he has that overpowering stuff. Really impressive.
Again, we hope to talk to Jack Leiter, Al Leiter, Lori Leiter, the whole family. Why not? Bring them on in as we celebrate this night. Jack Leiter was just selected 2nd overall by the Texas Rangers. We're going to step aside. Many, many more picks. 34 more picks coming your way on night 1 of the 2021 MLB Draft from the Belco Theater. A historic night in beautiful Summit, New Jersey, as Jack puts the Rangers uni on. We're back right after this on MLB Network.
Coverage of the 2021 MLB Draft is presented by Dove Men Plus Care.
New Dove Men deodorant is different. It has 48-hour protection and a plant-based moisturizer that cares for your skin. Odor protection that works. New Dove Men Plant-Based Care.
Nobody covers our pastime like Baseball America. From high school and college to the majors and minor leagues, Baseball America brings passionate fans and industry insiders the game's most complete coverage. Get a 1-year subscription loaded with exclusive features, in-depth analysis, and expert scouting reports for less than $8 per month. Call 1-800-845-2726 or log on to baseballamerica.com/MLB Network to subscribe all year round.
Wendy's only serves one kind of breakfast, a better one. So chuck your old salty egg witch and pick up 2 of these freshly made sandwiches at Wendy's for just $4. Choose wisely. Choose Wendy's 2 for $4.
This is the most important, amazingest game ever played in the universe. The pitcher is fierce. Danny Roberts is up at bat. And the crowd goes wild. He just won the game. Let's go! Yes!
We protect the car you drive.
Go get him, Danny.
And the dreams that drive you. American Family Insurance. Insure carefully. Dream fearlessly.
The guys are psyched up for the next Intentional Talk. Whoa! Let's go! Now that's excitement. Kevin Millar and Steven Nelson. Intentional Talk. Weekdays at 5 Eastern on MLB Network.
Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Shohei Ohtani. What can't he do? 上がって右中間。もう行ってるでしょう。今日も行きました。
Quadrangular solitario de Ohtani.
Let's take a ride with another Shohei homer.
It's All-Star Tuesday on MLB Network. Get your cameras ready. The stars come out to shine on the 2021 MLB All-Star Red Carpet Show at 3 Eastern, only on MLB Network.
We are awaiting the 3rd overall selection in the first round of the 2021 draft. The Detroit Tigers up next. Al Avila, the Executive VP of Baseball Ops and GM since 2015. A great farm system. They entered 2021, according to MLB.com, with the 2nd best farm system, only trailing the Tampa Bay Rays. Who will they add to that stacked farm system? Many of the young players already up in the big leagues right now. Headlined by Casey Mize, who's really found his groove on the big league level for a pleasant surprise on the field. AJ Hinch has done a wonderful job with the big league product of the Detroit Tigers. Again, we are awaiting to see what the Tigers will do. Not a surprise at number 2, Jack Leiter going to the Texas Rangers. Henry Davis, number 1 of the Pirates. I mean, that's the headline right now. Yeah, it's number 1, but it was a shocking number 1.
Well, it was, because everybody's been talking about Meyer or Leiter at the top, and that's been the conversation. But the mock drafts are not always where the scouts are at in the room.
Well, I can tell you, we never looked at a mock draft in our room. Never even factored into one of our decision-making processes.
Okay, well, let's see if that worked out for the Detroit Tigers. They're up next.
With the 3rd pick of the 2021 MLB Draft, the Detroit Tigers select Jackson Jobe, a right-handed pitcher from Heritage High School in Oklahoma City, Oklahoma. The Boston Red Sox have the next pick.
Jackson Jobe, 6'2", 190, described as the top high school arm available. Didn't start taking baseball seriously until his freshman year. In 2021, 9-0, 0.13 ERA, 122 punch-outs in 51 2/3. Jackson Jobe was electric as a high schooler. He goes 3rd overall. Some say Jobe was even a better prospect than fellow Oklahoman Dylan Bundy, who went 4th overall out of high school and reached the majors within 15 months. He's committed to Ole Miss, but the Tigers just selected him 3rd overall. And a good look at Jackson Jobe, who's standing in our MLB draft spotlight.
Jackson Jobe, I'm getting drafted as a pitcher, so you might as well throw me the ball.
Jackson Jobe, big time breaking ball.
To me, baseball is special because I grew up playing it, and my dad taught me, and he's a pro athlete. I model my game after Marcus Stroman. Does a lot of things to mess up hitters' timing. Tim Lincecum, he's my favorite player. I grew up watching him. Four seam is my go-to fastball.
He spins the baseball.
Big Papa, I love it when you call me Big Papa. Throw your hands in the air, use a true play. I'm pretty sure that's how it goes.
guy's got a personality to boot. Tigers just took him number 3 overall. Dan O'Dowd, what do you like about Jackson Jobe?
I like everything about him. You want something uniquely different. He stepped on the mound for the first time last June, and now he's the 3rd pick in the draft. And so it's already got 2+ pitches.
So you're saying he's been pitching for 1 year?
Yeah, very athletic on the mound. You already saw plus fastball, plus slider, feel for a changeup. I like him as former one of Tim's pitchers in Walker Buehler. You know, there's a mature approach to this young man. His father's a professional golfer, Brant Jobe, and I think that has kind of parlayed in how he goes about in his craft and how well he controls his emotions on the mound.
That makes sense as to why Hall of Famer John Smoltz wanted to break down Jackson Jobe. The golf connection. Here now is Smoltzy.
Thanks, guys. Jackson Jobe from Heritage High School in Oklahoma. Boy, does he got the goods. Very polished, very athletic pitcher, and he'll spin the baseball about as good as I've ever seen a young man in high school do. His slider will spin probably around 3,000 RPM, but it's what he does with it and how he locates it. Very athletic delivery, not a lot of flaws, uses his lower half. He can throw his fastball pretty much where he wants to, but the command of that slider is what's going to make a lot of scouts light up. He also has a changeup that he can fade away against left-handers, but this young man is going to have a product and a foundation that there really wasn't going to be many changes to it, and the upside's great. A very promising arm. Back to you guys.
Smoltzy, thank you very much. Upstairs at Carlos Collazo of Baseball America. Carlos, we haven't seen this for 4 years. A high school right-hander drafted this high, this close to number 1 since Hunter Green went 2nd overall in 2017.
Yeah, I think it just speaks to his talent that he is the highest high school right-hander to go since 2017. I mean, for us, I think pitch for pitch and tool for tool, you could argue that he has the most electric full arsenal in this draft class, certainly the most of the high school class. He didn't enter the year as the top high school pitcher, but I think very quickly on he established himself there. I think the separator for a lot of scouts that we talked to was the development of a changeup. I think you could say he's got a plus fastball, that obviously double plus slider, and now I think you could really argue that he has a plus changeup as well. So when you combine that with a guy who previously was a two-way guy, shortstop in high school, I still think he has a lot of room on the mound to grow. So when you're starting with those pitches, it's pretty impressive.
Impressive indeed. He goes 3rd overall to the Tigers. Carlos, thank you. So Harold, here we go. We started talking about the great high school shortstop class, and the Boston Red Sox has their pick of the litter right now.
Have you ever been to Fenway Park and heard Sweet Caroline? I mean, this is all you need to know about having a big crowd live audience here at the draft. The Red Sox are on the clock, and it's almost time for the pick.
It almost feels like, Tim, they could have the number 1 pick as we go to the commissioner to find out who they're selecting. To the podium we go.
With the 4th pick of the 2021 MLB draft, the Boston Red Sox select Marcelo Meyer, a shortstop from East High School in Chula Vista, California. The Baltimore Orioles had the next pick.
There you see the reaction in San Diego. Marcelo Meyer celebrating with family and friends from East Lake High School, which, by the way, becomes the first high school to ever produce multiple top picks. Marcelo Meyer was in the mix to be number 1. He's now number 4 overall. Adrian Gonzalez went 1st overall back in the day, but this is incredible. Marcelo Meyer now to the Boston Red Sox. This is if you're in that front office, you're celebrating to get a talent like this.
I'll tell you what, he fell to the right team for him. You think about Bogarts and his development, what they've been able to do with the 3rd baseman, Alex Cora, that program they got going. It's a nice development organization.
Yeah, and he gets to go to a winning team, one that's winning right now.
Well, let me take you through and show you. We've been talking about him a lot. Here's a look at Marcel. I love his hands. You're going to get a chance to see them, but everybody talks about the bat. 6'3", 188. Don't sleep on that. That's a big kid that's going to continue to grow into this power. I think he stays a shortstop, but he reminds me of Chipper Jones, the sweet swinging left-handed side of Chipper. Chipper being a switch hitter, him being a left-hand hitter. Very similar, but it's the work ethic. Look at how sweet the hands are. Easy, goes through the ball, flows, and when you're watching guys take infield, those are the actions you look for. And then you want to see, can you make plays? But when you're the focus that this guy's had, can you stay focused when all the scouts are there watching you? He's had them watching him so long, he's ignored it. I love this pick for him. It's a great organization for him to go to. And I look at the development part of it. I I think it's so important, and this kid can play. Coach, I'm curious your thoughts.
Well, I don't know Marcelo, but just listening to that interview, there's a lot of confidence and moxie to that kid. So you're talking about scouts. I think when players are really checked into competition, they don't know what's around them, and it looks like this kid is that type of guy.
I want to go upstairs and welcome Jonathan Mayo to the broadcast. Jonathan, Marcelo Meyer to the Red Sox. I didn't see a single mock draft that had that going down.
No, we thought he'd go at the top, if not to the top 1 or 2. Number 1 on our board for a reason. He had the best hit grade and the best defense grade. I think he definitely stays at shortstop as well, Harold. The comp that I love the most is offensively Corey Seager, that left-handed bat. He's going to have more than enough power. Defensively, Brandon Crawford. He stays at shortstop. Worst case scenario, he moves over to third and he's a Gold Glover. But you know what? They said that about Seager too, and he's still playing shortstop in the big leagues.
If you're a fan of the Boston Red Sox, you got to celebrate. You got a guy that's got the talent of a number 1 overall pick, and you got him at number 4. Dan O'Dowd, he said Crawford, he said Seager. I know you like comps, as do I. Do you see anyone else in that swing?
I agree with Jonathan completely. Defensively, it's Crawford. For me, it's Robbie Cano. I mean, any left-hander that's got a handsy swing, you could probably comp this guy too, because he's got electric hands. I really just love the way the guy moves. Baseball is about movement patterns. Everything he does, he moves easily, which puts him in a position to execute a skill. And it's a very, very high level of skill. All he needs now is some physical maturity. I put a 55 power on him. I probably could have put a 6 on him, because I do think that's going to be there at some point in time.
Marcelo Meyer, 6'3", 188 pounds, smooth left-handed swing. So much talk about him going number 1 overall. He goes number 4 to the Boston Red Sox. Do you think he's bummed about that? He didn't look bummed about that at all.
The great thing about this, Greg, the way the Red Sox are set up, it allows him to develop to the fruits that he can really bring forward.
Let's welcome in Boston Red Sox first-round pick Marcelo Meyer, who joins us live on MLB Network. Marcelo, congratulations to you. Your initial reaction to hearing your name by the Boston Red Sox, a storied franchise, at number 4.
Thank you so much. It was great. It was everything I could have asked for. You know, it's something that I'm going to remember for the rest of my life.
Hey, Marcelo, you're looking good in that hat right away. I mean, you look like a natural. How much contact did you have with the Red Sox, and did you see this coming as a possibility?
Thank you, first of all, and I did see it coming. You know, I knew that they were high on me, and you know, I'm just super blessed to be part of the organization.
Hey, Marcelo, when was it that you first dreamed of being a major league professional baseball player?
It was as soon as I could remember, you know, the first time I ever saw it on TV. You know, at a young age, my dad gave me the little wiffle ball and the wiffle ball bat, and ever since then I fell in love, and it was always my dream.
You know, I think of the Boston Red Sox, and I could go old school, but, you know, obviously our friend Pedro Martinez comes to mind, Justin Pedroia, Kevin Youkilis, Nomar Garciaparra, Manny Ramirez, David Ortiz. Which iconic Red Sox comes to mind first when you think of the Boston Red Sox?
I think David Ortiz for sure. He's the one that I watched the most growing up wearing the Red Sox uniform, so I think David Ortiz.
Marcelo Meyer, the 4th overall pick, a shortstop to the Boston Red Sox. Congratulations, man. Enjoy the night.
Thank you, guys. I appreciate it. Thank you.
First round here of the 2021 draft. So great to see a young man have a moment like that. Eastlake High School, unbelievable. Adrian Gonzalez-Agon, who also played for the Red Sox, number 1 in 2000. On this night, Marcelo Meyer is number 4 overall to the Boston Red Sox, the guy that many mock drafts had as the number 1 overall talent available. We are 4 picks through. Now it's time for the 5th overall selection. The O's are up next.
With the 5th pick of the 2021 MLB Draft, the Baltimore Orioles select Colton Cowser, an outfielder from Sam Houston. The Arizona Diamondbacks have the next pick.
Colton Cowser, he's got as solid and consistent of a track record as any college bat in this draft class. A career .354 hitter with more walks than strikeouts across 3 seasons at Sam Houston. His power ticked up a bit this season at 16 home runs, also swiped 17 bags. He homered in 5 straight games back in April. He was red hot. Scouts think maybe a 20 to 25 homer guy. Did not have many college offers out of high school. So many comps to this guy. What do we think? Brandon Nimmo is one that I've heard some people say, including you, Dan O'Dowd. What do you think?
I think he looks like Brandon Nimmo. Profiles in left field. It's just all his mannerism, the way he hits. The power's a bit of a projection at this point in time. That's why I put him in a comp with Brandon Nimmo.
I'm going to take you old school fans back as we look at his reaction right here. When I watch him hit and run and come out of the box, I see Jim Eisenreich.
Oh, that's a good one. Former Philly. Yeah.
Former Twin, former Philly. You know, throwing the comps and all that is cool, but Coach, when a kid is not drafted out of high school and he comes to college, take us through the development to get somebody to this point.
No, I just think it's so cool. I mean, it just shows kids that are out there that you don't have to be that guy going into college. And it's a credit to Sam Houston State. It's credit to the kid. He really worked hard to put himself in that position. But that's really what it is. It's those kids that haven't been fed yet. So they're still hungry. They still want to move. Versus maybe a kid who has been fed and he stops eating. And this is just an example of a guy who really did it right.
Jim Callis of MLB.com. Let's go upstairs to you. Colton Cowser was among your top 10 talents available, but not at number 5. What do you think of this pick?
Well, I like it. This is kind of what we saw the Orioles do last year with Heston Kjerstad, where they took a talented performer, and they're probably going to save some money and do some damage in later rounds with their bonus pool. You're right. I really do like Cowser. Thought he was one of the best hitters in college baseball, and he got better this year. The questions on him coming into the year were, is he going to have power? He led the Southland Conference in home runs with 16. Is he going to be able to stick in center field? He got quicker. He has good instincts. He's definitely a center fielder. So I think this is a guy who's going to hit for average, hit for power, play up the middle, and you probably saved a little money here, so then you can go get some high-priced guys maybe in the 2nd or 3rd round. So I like the strategy. They saved some money, but they did not compromise on talent.
Another college talent drafted by the Baltimore Orioles with the 5th overall selection. Jim, thank you. The fans here have seen an exciting night so far. Henry Davis was the 1st overall pick by the Pittsburgh Pirates, the college catcher from Louisville. He was in the house. That was a cool moment to see. Colton Cowser's name, 5th overall to the Baltimore Orioles. Before that, Marcelo Meyer, the shortstop from California, to the Boston Red Sox. At number 3, Jackson Jobe, the top high school right-hander. He was selected by the Tigers. And Jack Leiter, the number 1 pitching prospect in the land from Vandy, who led the NCAA in strikeouts, went 2nd overall. So, again, still a lot of high school talent out there that is sliding down a little bit in the top 10.
Well, I think, again, a slide in baseball, I think, is different than the other sports because we're talking about signability.
Yeah, we are.
And that's the big difference. Somebody's saying, I'm going to college, and you have that leverage. There are some good schools to go to, and that's the leverage you have.
Yeah, I'm just a kind of an old school believer that the draft is designed for you to take the best players available, not to try to manipulate your draft bonus pool. All your long-term war value in this draft comes in your 1st and 2nd picks. So for me, you really don't need to worry about who you're taking with your 2nd and 3rd pick. You need to get who you're taking with your 1st pick right.
Hey, Coach, college coaches are sitting out there going, my players are still hanging around. What's that like being the guy sitting there going, what's going to happen?
Well, I mean, that's a little bit tough on both sides. I mean, there's a lot of anxiousness with the kids who are watching this, and you certainly get that. From a coach's standpoint, it's really nothing you can do.
Yeah.
We're like you guys. We're just watching this thing, and how it plays out is how it plays out, and what you're left with is what you're left with. So I just think you just kind of watch and go with it.
There's a lot of talent still available. Only 5 picks in to the 2021 MLB draft. So much talent. Jordan Lawler, Kumar Rocker, Khalil Watson, Brady House, Sal Frelick. The list goes on and on. The Arizona Diamondbacks are on the clock. They're picking 6th overall, and that pick is coming up when we return to Denver, Colorado.
find my new car on Cars.com? Or did it find me? My hands were chilled to the bone. They came with a heated steering wheel. I was lost, but the navigation system brought me here. For goodness sake, from the price to the remote start, it's like Cars.com saw into my soul.
Let me give you another minute, okay?
Cars.com. It's magical.
You said that you would shave your eyebrow off for a hashtag Klondike. Go.
What'd you do for a Klondike?
This isn't just a walk up the stairs. When you have an irregular heartbeat, it's more. It's dignity. The freedom to go where you want, knowing your doctor can watch over your heart.
Allstate, drivers who switched saved over $700. Saving is easy when you're in good hands. Allstate, click or call to switch today.
Miss the games? Quick Pitch has your back with all the plays from today that'll be talked about tomorrow on baseball's fastest hour of highlights and previews. MLB Network's Quick Pitch. Late nights and every morning. Only on MLB Network.
Oh boy, Denver. Mile high. Physics. Do you even know what happens to a baseball when you pack a bunch of all-stars into Coors Field?
Sir?
You got All Rise, El Nino, Vladdy Jr., Les Jr., Mookie, Ronald Andretti Show, a ton. I bet even those TV guys want to take some hacks for this one. Look, the scoreboard guy is going to get a workout, and I am here for that.
Relax and watch High Heat with Christopher Russo, only on MLB Network.
Welcome back to our 2021 MLB Draft coverage presented by Dove Men Plus Care. As Henry Davis put on the Pirates uni earlier today, the #1 overall pick. The Diamondbacks are up next at number 6 inside their draft room. This farm system was ranked by MLB.com heading into the regular season 9th overall. Corbin Carroll, their #1 prospect, followed by Christian Robinson, a pair of outfielders, then a shortstop, Geraldo Perdomo, another outfielder, and Alec Thomas. So their top 4 prospects are position players in that Diamondback farm system. As we were waiting to find out who they will select 6th overall, we gave you the Baseball America best available. There's plenty of talent for them to choose from. It's time to head to the podium in a moment as you see their first pick. The previous 5 drafts, Bryce Jarvis in 2020 is at the AA level right now. Corbin Carroll, who I mentioned, Matt McLean. Haven Smith is a contributor, playing a lot for the Arizona Diamondbacks. Who will they pick at number 6?
With the 6th pick of the 2021 MLB Draft, the Arizona Diamondbacks select Jordan Lawler, a shortstop from Jesuit Prep, Dallas, Texas. The Kansas City Royals have the next pick.
Oh, a Texas high school shortstop, so he gets a ton of comps to Bobby Witt Jr., who was the #2 overall pick in 2019 by the Royals. Crazy talent, ton of speed, 32 for 32 in stolen base attempts. Carlos Correa comps are everywhere. Let's hear from Jordan Lawler. He's in our MLB Draft Spotlight.
Hi, I'm Jordan Lawler.
Jordan Lawler. What a talented young man this is.
Nice, easy load. Keep the hands just outside the right shoulder. Get to a good base with the full foot down, and then try to stay behind the ball.
Beautiful piece of hitting by Jordan Lawler.
Professionally, I'd say Derek Jeter and then Carlos Correa. Those are my 2 big guys I've always watched. Now, it's my time to shine.
This is a kid that's so talented. He was in the mix for the #1 overall pick. That's how good he is. What do you think of the Carlos Correa comp? Do you see that?
Oh, no doubt about it. Let's show you. Here's why you look at it and you think about Carlos Correa, but I want to go back to even when Carlos was in high school and he was in the draft, and you can look and see maybe the growth and maturity. You talked about his speed, the explosiveness, and being able to steal bases. That's what's important when you're stealing bags. He's got that. Let's go look at him now, but this swing right here, opposite field power, but I started looking at the swing. It reminded me so much of Carlos. Here's Carlos at the same age in high school. All right, now look at what he's grown into. You want to try to project and think, what can they possibly be? It's not just the offense, though. Defensively, I love his actions, how smooth they are and simple. Carlos plays an easy, simple game, just consistent with the glove. Here's Correa up the middle in high school. Watch Lawler go up the middle in high school. I'm telling you, the actions are so similar that, yes, you're going to get that comp, but at 6'2", 183 pounds out of high school, pretty impressive. But, Coach, I see it one way. You may see a jewel another. How do you see it?
Well, not too much different. And first of all, congratulations to Jordan and his mom, Hope. But he's a special player. I think he's maybe one of the most mature kids in the draft from a high school standpoint. He's smart, intelligent. He certainly moves well. There's a lot of body control with him for sure. But I think he does everything well defensively, offensively. You mentioned, Harold, this is a pretty good stroke right there in terms of the defensive movements. You can see how that's easy for him. And I just compared him to the captain. And you don't ever want to do that because that's kind of dangerous, but you can see some similar body patterns here and how they move and so on. Then offensively, or here's still defensively, you can see him making these plays, starting a double play, very similar movements to Jeter. And then the offensive side, there's some creativity here. He's using both triangles with the bunt game, so it's more than a hitter. It's a kid who can play some offense and certainly aggressive on the bases too. He loves to run, very good at run. He's very instinctual, and those are long strides. I mean, that's a kid that's going to fill into his body a little bit, but I think from a shortstop position, he looks like a shortstop, he acts like a shortstop, and I think ideally he's probably going to stay there for most of his career.
And we see why he was the crown jewel of your recruiting class at Vanderbilt.
Yeah, thanks, Greg.
Just had to make mention of that.
You're doing well.
Thank you. Jordan Lawler is picked 6th overall by the Diamondbacks. I want to bring in Ben Cherington, the general manager of the Pittsburgh Pirates, who made the pick at #1, Henry Davis, the catcher from Louisville. Ben, congratulations. Thank you so much for joining us. Walk us through the night. Was this a change, an alteration, or was he the guy you were locked in on for weeks?
Well, we thought there was a lot of good players in this draft at the top of the board, and we waited a lot, as every team does. But at the end of the day, as of last night, Henry was at the top of that board. So we're really excited to add him and make him a Pirate. Feel great about who he is as a person, as a worker, learner. We've known him really well since high school. He's just someone who's got, as Coach Corbin alluded to.
Ben, you did a lot of interviews with him. What stood out to you about his personality? I mentioned an interview that Dan O'Dowd did a couple weeks ago around the Combine. I just thought he was incredibly mature. What stood out to you?
Just the desire to get better all the time. I think an interest in learning and being challenged, being willing to be challenged, kind of get outside his comfort zone. He's obviously a strong kid who's performed really well offensively, controls the strike zone, has power, but he's still looking to get better. He's still looking to get himself as an offensive player, and same behind the plate. I also think he wants to impact the clubhouse he's in really positive ways. So it checks a lot of boxes. We had a lot of fun getting to know him again. I've known him since high school, and thrilled to add him to our organization.
Hey, Ben, it's Harold here. I said earlier, we saw you in Raleigh, North Carolina at the Combine, and an opportunity to interview and spend time with him, as well as all the rest of your group. How important was the Combine and just that intimate time 2 or 3 weeks ago before the draft?
Well, I did enjoy seeing you there, Harold, and it was fun to be there for a little bit. It's so great that baseball got that started this year, and I hope it continues. But it was an important time to spend with Henry, but, we also have had a lot of time with Henry outside of that, obviously before and after. I think it says something about him, again, as who he is as a person, that he'd commit to going to the Combine. And obviously he's a kid who already knew he was going pretty high in the draft, to go down there, continue to challenge himself to get better, get to know people, I think speaks to who he is and the leader he can become. So, again, we're really excited to add him to the Pirates and look forward to getting to know him even better now.
All right, Henry Davis, the #1 pick by the Pittsburgh Pirates. Ben Cherington making that call, the GM of the club. Ben, thank you so much for your time. We appreciate it.
Thanks, Greg. Thanks, guys.
All right, now up next, the Kansas City Royals are on the clock with the 7th overall selection. Now, earlier, before Henry Davis was selected, actually afterwards, my favorite part of your interview was you asked him a question about what his high school teammates would think. You said they didn't like him because he pushed him so much,
Absolutely.
right?
He had a very high standard. He wanted to win, and he wanted them to win as much as he did.
Back to the podium.
With the 7th pick of the 2021 MLB draft, the Kansas City Royals select Frank Mazzucato, a left-handed pitcher from East Catholic High School in Manchester, Connecticut. The Colorado Rockies have the next pick.
Oh, the home team fired up. They're on the clock. Frank Mazzucato is a fun pitcher to watch on film, man. Kid loves to pitch. 4 consecutive no-hitters this spring for East Catholic High School. Put him in the spotlight. Now, the 4 straight no-hitters are rare. It does happen every so often. Brennan Oxford did it in New Hampshire in 2017. He's one of the younger players in this draft. Just turned 18 less than a month ago. Jonathan Mayo, you know this kid rather well. A northeastern kid from the state of Connecticut. Not exactly a hotbed in terms of draft talent, correct?
Yeah, although I guess the UConn products like George Springer might have something to say about that. But high school-wise, you're absolutely right. He was one of our favorite. He was a pop-up prospect this spring. So the guy who over the summer didn't do a lot, wasn't throwing that hard, went and really worked during the offseason, really hard. Added some velocity, so he's more low 90s right now as opposed to the upper 80s that he was over the summer. And you saw the video of that breaking ball. It's a plus breaking ball. He's got feel for a changeup. He's projectable. I just talked to a scout whose opinion I really value, and he put a Frank Viola comp on him in terms of the projection that lies within Frank Mazzucato.
Mazzucato was outside your top 30, right?
Yeah, just outside. He was moving up. You know, if we had more time, maybe he'd move up a little more, but he had about as high of an up arrow as any high school arm, where he kind of put himself up to one of the top prep arms in the entire country. Just hadn't been seen all that much, and then people were rushing in to see him and really like the combination of feel for pitching, the stuff, and of course the projection. And the Royals, you know, they've done this before in terms of being creative of how they use their bonus pool. No doubt that Frank Mazzucato is not going to sign for slot value here at this point in the draft, so it'll be interesting to see what the Royals do when it comes to round 2 and round 3, who might fall to them then.
Yeah, he moved up all right to number 7 in the first round. Frank Mazzucato, high schooler from Connecticut. Jonathan, thank you very much. Let's take a quick break because the home team is about to pick. The Colorado Rockies, a lot of Loyals here inside the Belco Theater, and then also in the outdoor McGregor Square watching the draft live as the Rockies are about to explode with excitement. That's next.
Coverage of the 2021 MLB Draft is presented by Dove Men Plus Care.
He's quickly become one of baseball's elite.
This is a very unique player.
With all 5 tools and charisma to match.
I'm going to walk it off, or I'm going to save the game in the 9th inning.
MLB Network presents The Rise of El Nino, Wednesday at 8 Eastern.
We may be in a touchless world, but we can still touch people's lives by staying in touch and showing you care. Because now, each time you order online or tap in store with your MasterCard at restaurants and grocery stores, MasterCard will donate to Stand Up to Cancer, 1 precious cent at a time, up to $5 million. Together, we can start something priceless.
Welcome back to that same old place that you laughed about. Well, the names have all changed since you hung around.
Welcome back, America. It sure is good to see you.
So the first one's in and the last one's out. For every case of proper number 12 we sell, $5 go to first responders, up to 1 million per year. Here's to the proper heroes. Proper number 12 Irish whiskey, one for all.
We've made your Sport Clips experience even better with on-deck text alerts. Check in online or with our app, and you'll get a 15-minute heads up when it's time to head in, and another when you're next man up. Less wait time, more prime time. Sport Clips, it's good to be a guy.
Welcome to the McLaren Formula One Q&A. Does anyone have any questions?
Yes.
Yes.
Hi, Zach. Can we meet Lando?
Can we bring Lando on stage?
Hi, everyone. It's Lando.
It's Lando.
Lando, who has the best fans? England, Germany, or France?
I don't know. What do you guys think? Let's put up a poll.
Come on, England. Germany.
With WebEx, McLaren F1 team fans get even closer.
Let's go racing.
Introducing the WebEx Suite, driving hybrid work.
I can see clearly now the rain is gone.
Make your reunion happen with Verba. You're together always.
It's All-Star Monday on MLB Network. At 1 Eastern, watch round 2 of the MLB Draft. Then at 2 Eastern, MLB Tonight takes the field in Denver for Media Day. And at 3:30 Eastern, get more player interviews on High Heat with Christopher Russo. Monday on MLB Network.
Our first round of the 1995 draft. Colorado selection was number 39, Todd L. Helton, first baseman, University of Tennessee.
That is a grand slam for Todd Helton.
A great ball player for a great area. These people love him.
Holiday is 6'4", 235 pounds.
He drafted in the 7th round. I think he was an elite high school player, both as a baseball player and a football player.
Matt Holiday, first home run of the year. What a time for Big Daddy.
Rocky selection, Tulowitzki, Troy T, shortstop.
This is a very good shortstop, Troy Tulowitzki.
Tulowitzki staying hot as a firecracker.
Colorado Rockies select Nolan Arenado.
Tremendous arm strength.
Play by Nolan.
Hits the ball pretty well.
Nolan Arenado home run.
Colorado Rockies select Trevor Story.
Grand slam, Trevor Story. Trevor Story, oh man, remember that one. Rockies are back in it.
Hi, this is Trevor Story, the 45th overall pick in the 2011 MLB Draft. I want to welcome everybody here to Denver, and good luck to the players of this draft.
Thank you, Trevor. A good look at representing the Rockies tonight. Clint Hurl, the winningest manager in Rockies history. He had some good seasons there with you, Dan O'Dowd, didn't he?
He did. Those were some really good players right there. So I was pretty excited about watching that.
Back to the podium we go.
With the 8th pick of the 2021 MLB Draft, the Colorado Rockies select Benny Montgomery, an outfielder from Redland High School, Lewisberry, Pennsylvania. The Los Angeles Angels have the next pick.
This kid is 6'4", 200 pounds, among the fastest players available in this draft. He was the winner of the 2020 Perfect Game All-American Classic Home Run Derby, committed to Virginia, and he's standing in our MLB Draft Spotlight.
Benny Montgomery, now it's my day to shine. I hit well for power and average. I get around the bases quick, and I make good jumps and balls.
It's an RBI single for Benny Montgomery. Good speed, Benny Montgomery down the line.
I've liked Chase Utley for a while. I wear his number. I like the way he played and played the game hard. I like country, Luke Combs, Morgan Wallen. Very good at just doing things athletically to be good on the baseball field.
Benny Montgomery, a Pennsylvania kid. Yeah, he's the really big dude, not on the right, but the one that just put the cap on. That is Benny Montgomery. Got a chance to meet him at the Combine. Terrific young man. Committed to Virginia. We'll see how that plays out. Raw power and big and fast, Dan. That's what stands out about him.
Yeah, he oozes athleticism. You probably a 70 runner. I think if you got courage, you could drop an 80 runner on him. For me, it's power over bat right now. He does things unusual, Greg. When you look at his swing and you break it down, it might be some things you look at and go, wow, that's really different. But the bottom line is the guy hits, and he finds a way to get to the barrel of the ball, and he's got power to all parts of the field. My comp for him is Hunter Pence. It's an unusual way to hit, but Hunter Pence always hit.
I'm with you, and it's the unorthodox way that he goes about it. If you look at Benny and you watch him, it is so much Hunter Pence. I told him that at the combine. I said, Benny, you remind me of Hunter Pence. Who'd he say? It was
Jason Worth.
He goes,
yes.
no, I'm more like Jason Worth.
Yes.
There's a lot of confidence in this kid. But I think the one thing you look at and you project off is the size and the athleticism. You talked about it, Dan. But when you have a guy that size, you continue to work with it and grow with it. And being a high school kid and get into your system, you don't have to rush him. That's the big thing here. Take away from me.
Yeah, in Colorado, too. I mean, you want athletes on your 3 outfield positions. You want guys that can defend the ball and guys that have power. He certainly profiles for them.
Jonathan Mayo upstairs to you. Benny Montgomery, 8th overall to the Rockies. What do you make of this pick?
I love this pick. I mean, it's a go big or go home kind of pick. There is a little risk. I know he does things unusually. Jason Worth, tools and size, I think it's the same. He just does it a little bit differently, but it's always worked for him. I love the power. He showed up at showcase events. I love the speed. I think he can play center. Maybe even if he moves to right field, he's an athletic right fielder. But this is how the Colorado Rockies have had success in the past. Toolsy guys who can mash and can cover a lot of ground here at Coors Field, and they're good at developing young hitters. They've done it throughout. That's when they've had good teams at the big league level. It's been with homegrown bats.
Now, you love this pick. Is it because you predicted this in your mock draft?
That is correct, Greg.
You're so predictable and yet entertaining. I like that about you, Jonathan. I like
Jonathan, you know I had something to say, but I'm not. No time for you yet right now. We'll go back at it.
He nailed the pick. He saw it as a perfect fit. Benny Montgomery drafted 8th overall by the Colorado Rockies. So 8 picks down. Again, this is night 1, rounds 2 through 10. You'll see on MLB Network and MLB.com tomorrow. We're giving you the first 36 picks here tonight from the Belco Theater. Up next, the Angels at number 9. This is a farm system ranked 25th overall, entering the 2021 campaign, and they need to start striking. They need to start hitting big with their first-round talent. And the pressure is on because, Dan, they're willing to spend money in free agency. They need to have rock stars in their first round.
Greg, they need a consistent flow of talent come through their system. It's the only way to get good. It's the only way to sustain it when you do get good.
And there's plenty of available talent. We do not know who's next, but there's a kid named Kumar Rocker that I just think in a system that
they need pitching.
They need pitching. And I know everyone's like, oh, it's not immediate. I think Kumar Rocker's quick to the big leagues. Would you agree?
I do. I mean, for a lot of different reasons, and we can talk about him when he does get picked, but I think for more than anything else, the compete in him and the experiences that he's had, he certainly has pitched and played in difficult situations and done well, and he's always risen up to the level. It's very rare, and I'm talking about Kumar, when you get a kid that comes in with such high expectations from the outside and meets them.
All right, so we will see who the Angels take 9th overall.
With the 9th pick of the 2021 MLB Draft, the Los Angeles Angels select Sam Bachman, a right-handed pitcher from University. The New York Mets have the next pick.
Sam Bachman. He has improved immensely during his time in the college ranks. When he showed like topping out in 91, and they helped develop this young man into a first-round talent. Wasn't the best pitching prospect out of high school. He was the last one to pitch for his summer league team in the least important games. And on this night, he's the 9th overall pick by the Angels. His numbers in 2021, 1.81 ERA. In almost 60 innings of work. Sam Bachman, as we go upstairs to Jim Callis, Carlos Collazo of Baseball America, I was saying maybe Kumar Rocker because he's quick to the big leagues as a pitcher, college arm, but it's Sam Bachman instead. Would you describe Sam Bachman that way?
Yeah, I think he is kind of analogous to Garrett Crochet last year, that if you want to get him to the big leagues quick as a reliever, you could do that. I had scouts who went and saw him this year, saw 101-mile-an-hour fastball, saw a wipeout power slider. He said you could put 80s on both pitches when he's at his best. I do think he's a long long-term starter, Carlos. He's got a good changeup. He threw a lot more strikes this year. It's a little bit of a reliever delivery. It's not the greatest arm action, but it's great stuff.
Yeah, I think he could fit in either role. I mean, he didn't pitch too deep into games this spring, so that would be a question moving forward for him, but he definitely has a slider that has a case for the best breaking ball in the class, I think, along with Kumar Rocker and Jackson Joe. But that's a pitch that he used extremely heavily this year. It was almost 50%, I think. So I would like to see how he uses that changeup at the next level if he starts to use it a little bit more.
You guys would agree, front line of the rotation stuff. Like Jim, he's got ace stuff, right?
Yeah, he does. It's a matter, can he do? I've had guys that put a plus changeup on him too. He doesn't use it a lot. He didn't need to in college, but it could be a plus changeup. And you look here on this graphic, Kevin Kopps had an unbelievable season. And he was a reliever. Sam Bachman's a starter, had the second best whip in Division I. Like I said, I'll be very curious to see what the Angels do with him, because if they wanted to, I think you could use him as a reliever in the big leagues this year.
All right, guys, thank you. Sam Bachman going 9th overall. Dan O'Dowd, what do you think of this kid? 6'1", 235 pounds. He's all muscle. Got a chance to meet at the combine.
Yeah, he is. There is some serious reliever risk for me in this pick, though. I mean, if he doesn't develop a quality third pitch, when you look at the delivery, you look at the arm action, you look at the attack arsenal, it looks to me like a guy that ends up more in the back end of the bullpen than in the front of a rotation. I'm personally a little stunned that Kumar Rocker is still sitting here, not taken in this draft. When you look at what he's accomplished and his pitch arsenal, for me, I look at something's not adding up because that's a pure starting pitcher. You could argue whether it's a 1 or a 3. You can't argue that it's a pure starting pitcher.
Well, I'll tell you what, Sam Bachman, this is like a broken record, but the small school guy went to the combine and got a great look. And that's what the purpose of it was about.
The Mets are up next at number 10. To the commissioner we go.
With the 10th pick of the 2021 MLB Draft, the New York Mets select Kumar Rocker, a right-handed pitcher from Vanderbilt University. The Washington Nationals have the next pick.
Well, it adds up now. The Mets pounce. They get an opportunity to take a 6'5", 245-pound right-hander, Kumar Rocker, selected by the Mets at number 10. He burst onto the scene at Vandy as a freshman, a 19-strikeout no-hitter against Duke in the 2019 NCAA Super Regionals, facing elimination. But he was just getting started in his incredible college career, led Vandy to its second-ever College World Series title in 2019. And Tim Corbin, you were his skipper. Tell us more about Kumar Rocker.
Well, first, congratulations to Kumar and his parents, Lou and Tracy. I mean, he's very deserving of that. This is an alpha. This is a strong puncher. I mean, I think of him as a Joe Louis type guy. He's coming right after you. He's not messing around. He doesn't like hitters. And as far as the pitch package is concerned, I compared him to this big guy right here, because I think there's some similarities there in terms of their delivery and how they finish, obviously. But I think more than anything else, the delivery's not manufactured. It's his personality. It's how he pitches. He's kind of a throwback. It's a 60s, 70s type of pitcher with some really good stuff. And that slider, that's almost like a gyro ball. It's a ball that really spins like a bullet, and then at the end, gravity just takes it right into the ground. And because of that, hitters have a hard time. But bottom line, he's a winner. The kid can win and loves to win. He pitches for his team, and he's just been very enjoyable to be around these last 3 years.
Coach, I'm going to give you a pass on this one because you had him all these years, but your breakdowns are not supposed to be better than mine. You're crushing me.
Well, wait a minute.
I love that one. I love the one on Lawler. Fantastic stuff.
Someone else wants to throw a breakdown on Kumar Rocker. Do you mind?
Oh, go ahead. Go ahead.
All right, here now, CC Sabathia with his look on Kumar Rocker.
Kumar Rocker, right-handed pitcher from Vanderbilt. I love this kid. He knows how to pitch. He's got a clean delivery. He fills up the strike zone with his fastball. But what I like most is that he knows how to pitch with his secondary pitches. His slider is really good, and he throws a lot of strikes with it. So I think he's going to be a really good pitcher in the future, a really good starter in the future, because he knows how to pitch with both his pitches.
All right, so thank you, Cece. A look at Kumar Rocker, the size on his size. Dad played in the NFL, so he's got athleticism in his blood. I want to go upstairs to Jim Callis. Jim, there are 3 teams that are standing out to me right now. The Red Sox look like they got a #1 overall player. The Diamondbacks look like they got a #1 overall player. And maybe the Mets did as well. What do you think of this pick?
I think the Mets have to be thrilled. I know they were hoping that one of the top players in the draft would fall to 10. They didn't really think it was going to happen. They told me a week ago, we don't really have a shot at any of these guys at 10. And and they look up, and here's Kumar Rocker. And Dan addressed it in our pre-draft show. I think there's maybe a little prospect fatigue with Kumar. He's almost held to an impossible standard because he was so good at the end of his freshman year when he was helping Tim's team win the College World Series championship, the 19 strikeout no-hitter against Duke. And you got to give this guy credit. He wins, he competes. His velocity fluctuated a little bit this year, but it's a power arm. He's breaking stuff. It's a curveball and a slider. I think he calls it a slider and a cutter. They're both wipeout pitches. This guy has taken the ball every time for Vanderbilt. Pitched twice on short rest at the College World Series. And this guy, I think about the stuff, but like Tim said, I think so much about the competitor, and I think New York really got a steal here at number 10.
All right, before we go to break, Jim, walk us through the available college arms that other clubs could pounce on here in the first round.
I think we're going to see Todd Madden go pretty soon out of the University of Texas. Jordan Wicks, left-hander from Kansas State, is a guy who could go pretty soon. And Will Bednar, College World Series MVP. Those are guys who are going to go pretty soon. Bednar's not ranked as high, but I think Bednar and Madden are probably the next two guys off the board. Gunnar Hoagland will be really interesting, Greg, because he had Tommy John surgery. He might have been a top 10 pick. He probably would have been if he hadn't blown out his elbow. Gunnar Hoagland's going to go somewhere in the teens.
Back-to-back college arms, Sam Bachman to the Angels at 9 and Kumar Rocker from Vanderbilt to the Mets at number 10. Coming up after the break, the Nationals pick at number 11. That's when we come back live to Denver, Colorado on MLB Network.
Hey, what's going on, guys? It's Francisco Lindor with the New York Mets, 8th overall in the 2011 draft. I want to congratulate all you guys in the 2021 draft class. I wish you nothing but the best, and remember, this is the beginning of the journey. Continue to work. Nobody really cares about how much money you get or where you get picked. As long as you work hard and you play the game the right way, you'll always be successful. God bless.
Where we're from. It's All-Star Tuesday on MLB Network. Get your cameras ready. The stars come out to shine on the 2021 MLB All-Star Red Carpet Show at 3 Eastern, only on MLB Network.
Every baseball game begins long before the first pitch is thrown. As the official freight carrier of Major League Baseball, Old Dominion is proud to play our role in supporting the game we all love. Our customers know the people of Old Dominion see every shipment as a whether it's a giveaway for the big game or youth baseball equipment that needs to be shipped across the country. No one helps keep those promises like the Old Dominion team.
Welcome to Allstate.
Are you down, did it, down, did it, down, did it,
where we're driving down the cost of insurance.
are you
Drivers who switched saved over $700. Allstate. Here, better protection costs a whole lot less. You're in good hands. Click or call for a lower rate today.
Are you packed yet? Flight is early tomorrow. And it's a long flight, too. Once we get there, we'll meet up with her. Let her go.
The Taco Bell comeback is here, and it is fire. Once the team catches fire and pulls off a comeback win, we'll bring back the Flamin' Hot Doritos Locos Tacos for a limited time. Yep, if an NBA team comes from behind at halftime to win in a finals game, everybody in America scores a free Flamin' Hot Doritos Locos Tacos on us. Win, 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 win! Flamin' Hot Doritos Locos Tacos are coming back. Free tacos, straight fire, only at Taco Bell.
Curiosity pushes you forward. It's what inspired Naomi to create an unrivaled wine using the best from California to push flavor in new directions for a taste like no other. Naomi, flavor forward.
The guys are psyched up for the next Intentional Talk. Whoa, let's go! Now that's excitement. Kevin Millar and Steven Nelson. Intentional Talk, weekdays at 5 Eastern on MLB Network.
Welcome back to our 2021 MLB Draft coverage presented by Dove Men Plus Care. I feel like I'm at a concert.
We are.
This is amazing. Last 5 college teammates selected in the top 10 of a first round. We've seen it tonight. Kumar Rocker just selected by the Mets at 10, and Jack Leiter taken 2nd overall by the Texas Rangers. And Jack and his parents joining us now live on MLB Network. Jack Leiter, congratulations. You're there with your father, Al Leiter, who we're familiar with. We'll hear from him in a second. But Jack, this is your moment, man. Describe your emotions after hearing your name called 2nd overall.
Yeah, I mean, obviously it's really hard to put into words, but I'm just so happy that I was able to have my family and friends and people that care about me all here to celebrate with, and that's sort of what I plan on doing.
Hey, Jack, it's Harold here. My question is, when did you take pitching so serious? Because I thought I was a pretty good infield instructor. Obviously not.
Yeah, he wanted me to be an infielder, and I didn't mind the idea, but I don't know. My love was always for pitching, and sort of as I started to grow, high school progressed, I started to take that a little bit more seriously, and came a long way, I guess.
Harold, you weren't as good a coach as you think you are.
Oh, I knew that anyway. But you know what? Lori gets a lot of credit here. And I know I'm going to turn it to Dan. He wants to talk. Our coach is going to ask something here.
Well, first off, congratulations, all 3 of you. Jack, we're all very proud. Listen, I think just share, and this is something your dad's spoken about, and I think it's good for parents too, is how your dad and your mom, for that matter, kind of got you through the amateur baseball situation, and how you weren't always on the best team, and you always weren't chasing events and that type of thing.
Yeah, definitely. I think the number one thing was just to have fun with it. And obviously my dad, he'd played a long time and he had a really good perspective on things after a good game or a bad game. It was all about sort of just enjoying myself and enjoying being around the teammates, because it is a team sport and you have that to fuck on, in the good or bad games. And then my mom was the same exact way. Just told me to enjoy it as much as possible.
This question is for Al and Lori, but I know Al's going to speak for Lori because he always does anyway. Hey, let me ask you a question. Like, what does this mean for you as parents to watch your son go through such a special moment tonight?
So a lot of emotions definitely hit, from absolute elation and happiness to a little bit, kind of weepy. I mean, you think of your child as, all your kids as to what they try to do and what they try to want to accomplish. And I think with Jack, obviously I played, but I think it always came down to this. And Corbs, you mentioned about youth baseball, and I think I always felt this way. Jack, there's no joke. Jack, I don't know where it was, but he was, if not the littlest dude on the team, he was close to it. And it was always out to be the best you can be, work hard, work in the backyard, get away from the field, and just keep working. And it fostered the love. And I think that was the biggest thing that I appreciated of my son watching what I did and then my career. And then he just ended up loving the game. And I think that really resonated, to know that wherever it took him, whether it was the 2nd pick in the 2021 draft or he high school baseball, I always kept that in mind for him, to do the best you can, and wherever it happens, let the cards, lay them out and see where they are.
I would love to ask Lori a question. I don't think she can hear us, but she's going to love these images. Jack, as we wrap up this interview, you're around the game a lot. Your dad pitched, obviously, but he also works at MLB Network. Look at this, man. You're like our little boy. This is you at 9 years old when I met you. You're in Studio 42 hitting wiffle balls. Harold's pitching to you. The experience of growing up at MLB Network in a way. What was it like?
I mean, it was amazing, and obviously I can attribute a lot of this to that, being around the game and being able to enjoy it. And I mean, this is really cool. Obviously, if it was in the network, that would have been cool too, kind of a full circle type situation. But it is really cool.
We're all really, really proud and happy for you. We've known you for such a long time. Harold and I have been talking about it. It's like one of our sons getting drafted.
We feel like crying.
Hey, it's an amazing thing for us to watch. So, Al, Lori, we love you guys as well. Jack Leiter, congratulations on a great night.
Thank you so much.
There there you have him, the wonderful Leiter family in New Jersey joining us here on MLB Network. That was a lot of fun. But yeah, it's an emotional thing for us.
No, when Al was talking, I mean, in those pictures, to have somebody around you that much.
You see them grow up.
Oh, man, it's so fast. They grow so quick.
They do.
I felt like tearing up.
Yeah, I say it all the time. They grow up so fast. Now it's time for the 11th pick. The Nationals are up.
With the 11th pick of the 2021 MLB Draft, the Washington Nationals select Brady House, a shortstop from Winder Barrow High School in Winder, Georgia. The Seattle Mariners have the next pick.
This kid is huge. 6'4", 215, already possesses grade 60 power. Scouts think he'll grow into grade 70 power. We're talking 30, 40 homer when you're in that gauge, right? Look at this kid, high schooler out of the state of Georgia, shortstop. We'll see if he stays there because he is a physical specimen, one of the top prep players in this draft class. He's been on scouts' radars for a long time, and he's been standing in our MLB draft spotlight.
Brady House. Now, it's my day to shine.
Someday, maybe an elite hitting third baseman.
Baseball is special to me because I can just be myself out on the field and have fun.
A great play, arranging play by Brady House.
I'm out of my game after Nolan Arenado. I feel like we have a bunch of stuff in common. I probably want to talk to Mike Trout because I see how he plays his game on and off the field. Carly Rae Jepsen, Call Me Maybe or something like that. So here's my number, so call me maybe.
Nationals get a talented player here in Brady House. I raised an eyebrow when he said defensively he thinks of himself as Nolan Arenado.
Well, I'm glad he does because I believe he'll move eventually from shortstop to third base. I had a Matt Chapman comp on him. This kid's power is enormous. He's got a natural loft in his swing, uses his power is to all fields. He actually can go out as a shortstop because he moves well enough to play that position now. I think he's going to continue to grow. But you're talking about a kid who has a good understanding of the strike zone. The hit ability is going to be key for him to get to that power consistently.
Carlos Collazo of Baseball America. Brady House, 11th overall to the Nationals. Your thoughts on this pick?
Yeah, I think the Nationals had to be excited that a guy like Brady fell to them at 11. I think you could make a case that he has the best offensive upside in the class with that power potential that you guys were talking about. I know that it's easy to try and push him to third base in the future. I think with his size, that's kind of a natural thing to do. But I know Brady has a chip on his shoulder to prove that he can play shortstop. And like you guys were saying, he does move really well for a big guy. He's never going to be the quickest guy, the twitchiest guy with his footwork, but he's worked really hard on his defensive game. And I think he's a guy who also has a really advanced ability to make adjustments at the plate. He didn't have the summer he probably wanted, but he came out, made a few tweaks mechanically and mentally, and had a pretty loud spring season in Georgia against good competition.
Yeah, and 91 at-bats, a .549 average, 8 home runs, 52 runs scored. Pretty talented player. Brady House to the Nationals. Carlos, thank you. I want to move one spot in front of Brady, back to number 10, and let's talk about Kumar Rocker and bring Kumar into the show live on MLB Network. Kumar Rocker just drafted by the New York Mets, 10th overall. Kumar, congratulations. Your reaction to this big night of your life?
It was awesome. It was everything and more. I'm glad to be with the family, and I'm excited to move forward.
Show those teeth, big man. This is a good moment for you. Congratulations, happy for you. Hey, I want to ask you this, because I think this helps too for kids who are watching. At what point did you start to understand who you were as a pitcher and develop confidence to pitch at the level that you're pitching right now?
Started halfway through the season, probably halfway through the SEC season. You either get a good guy. Yeah, that's where I learned it.
Hey, Kumar, it's Harold here. I'm so proud of you, man. It seems like we've been hearing about your name for the longest time, and the battles you've gone through competing on the field is just so fantastic, and watching you do it with such grace. As you move now, you said, hey, I'm ready to go to that next level. What do you anticipate with pro ball?
I anticipate 4 struggles and a lot of learning, and I'm excited to do it, especially in that organization with those guys.
Hey, I don't know if you noticed CC Sabathia breaking you down. What did you think of what CC said?
Man, I've always been a CC fan I saw him in Cooperstown, I got his card, and it was a lot from him, of course.
When you think of the New York Mets, you think you could join Jacob deGrom in that rotation someday?
Yeah, it's going to take some time, but I mean, that'd be awesome too. Love their colors too.
Kumar Rocker, congratulations. The 10th overall pick by the New York Mets. Enjoy the night with your family, okay?
I will. Thank you.
All right, the big 6'4" right-hander. Again, front of the line rotation type of talent. And Dan, you hit on it. You couldn't believe that he was still available. And kudos to the Mets for taking advantage.
Yeah, great opportunity for the Mets because I do think he's going to be a kid that gets to the big leagues relatively quickly.
All right, so we are 11 picks down. Up next, the Seattle Mariners picking at number 12 to the podium we go.
With the 12th pick of the 2021 MLB Draft, the Seattle Mariners select Harry Ford, a catcher from North Cobb High School, Ackworth, Georgia. The Philadelphia Phillies have the next pick.
Harry Ford, a high school prep Georgia catcher. We've seen that before. Joey Bart, Tyler Stevenson, Max Pentecost, Anthony Siegler. What sets Ford apart, and Harold's going to get into it, his 60-grade speed as a catcher. He can fly. He's got pop in his bat, too. He had a home run, the perfect game All-American Classic against some of the best high school draft prospects in the nation. He's committed to Georgia Tech. There are a lot of comps thrown around on this guy. Is there one for you?
I love this kid. Russell Martin for me.
Oh, good.
You know, and when Russell Martin was coming out, when he was first getting started, you just saw the similar skill set. He's got a little ways to go on the defensive side throwing, but here's what you're talking about. Athlete. Russell Martin stole bags. He's played in the infield. This kid's got that kind of explosiveness. You see the throwing here. They'll work with that, clean it up. He's got enough to do. But so much Russell Martin. I'm looking at the body, the build, the body type, and the leadership that it brings. But what you're really getting here, though, and what excites you is the bat for me. This kid can flat out hit and swing the bat, and he's got a little flair to his game as well. But I love how he uses his legs. There's so much more in there. And I think when you look at young players, you have to look projected-wise. Do they work, and what are you going to see as they move down the road? I really like this kid, Coach.
Well, I've seen a little bit of him, too, and I think that's going to be the deal, is just his work. Dan and I were talking about catchers and high school catchers, and it is going to take a lot of work in order to move up at that position because it is more than you. You're running a pitching staff in a lot of cases, so congratulations to him.
Yeah, Eric Kratz, who was with us at the Combine, got a chance to see a lot of catchers, and he actually did a little breakdown on Harry Ford, who was just selected by the Mariners.
So I was checking out Harry Ford from North Cobb High School in Georgia. This guy's got it. He's got the arm, he's got the footwork, nice, quick, quiet hands, being able to receive the ball incredibly well. Just in some of the video that we got from him from the last year and a half, he's got ability to make changes in his swing, his leg kick, his body's going to fill out. There's so many things. All of it transitions into what I see as an athletic young man who I'm so impressed with the high school talent that's out there, and this guy is just another example of it.
Eric, thank you very much. As you look at inside the draft room for the Seattle Mariners, applauding this pick, Harry Ford, 5'10", 200 pounds from North Cobb High School in Georgia. Again, physical stature isn't what we're talking about. I've heard other comps like a Craig Biggio type of athlete. People forget the Hall of Famer came up as a catcher. When we come back, the Phillies' turn at number 13.
Coverage of the 2021 MLB Draft is presented by Dove Men Plus Care.
New Dove Men deodorant is different. It has 48-hour protection and a plant-based moisturizer that cares for your skin. Odor protection that works. New Dove Men Plant-Based Care.
We need that part.
It's nearly done.
Can you repeat that? That's better.
It's done.
With WebEx, the McLaren Formula One team is collaborating like never before. Introducing the WebEx Suite, driving hybrid work.
I've got gadgets and gizmos aplenty.
I've got who's its and what's its galore.
But who cares?
No big deal. I want more.
Up where the
amazingest game ever played in the universe. The pitcher is fierce. Danny Roberts is up at bat. And the crowd goes wild. He just won the game. Let's go! Yes!
We protect the car you drive.
Go get him, Danny.
And the dreams that drive you. American Family Insurance. Insure carefully. Dream fearlessly.
Miss the games? QuickPitch has your back with all the plays from today that'll be talked about tomorrow on baseball's fastest hour of highlights and previews. MLB Network's QuickPitch. Late nights and every morning. Only on MLB Network.
Give us the Derby with larger-than-life sluggers. Add Coors Field and Mile High and let them fly.
Here we go.
Give us a show for the ages. The 2021 T-Mobile Home Run Derby, Monday at 8 on ESPN.
Hey kids, MLB Network has a show just for you.
With pro tips and tricks to up your game.
And all the big news on your favorite players.
So join baseball's biggest stars on Play Ball.
Saturdays, 10 a.m. Eastern on MLB Network.
In 1971, I was drafted by the Phillies.
Michael, Jack, Schmidt.
Very happy to be a part of the Phillies organization.
Tremendous home run by Mike Schmidt.
Mike Schmidt, what a play to get him! What a play Mike Schmidt made. 10 gold gloves, and I think that will tell you why.
Oh, what a drive by Schmidt. Unbelievable.
And on a night when he's presented the MVP trophy, a fitting way to greet the home folks. Seeking home run number 500.
Swing a long drive. There it is. Number 500.
Number 20 has officially been retired.
If I had it to do all over again, I'd do it in Philly.
The greatest player ever to put on a Phillies uniform, Michael, Jack, Schmidt.
It's crazy. It's been 50 years since Mike Schmidt was taken 30th overall in the 1971 draft. You see inside the draft room for the Philadelphia Phillies. Who will they select with the 13th overall selection?
With the 13th pick of the 2021 MLB draft, the Philadelphia Phillies select Andrew Painter, a right-handed pitcher from Calvary Christian Academy, Fort Lauderdale, Florida. The San Francisco Giants have the next pick.
Well, the numbers add up. 6'7", 215 pounds. He touches 95. A changeup that flashes plus, according to scouts. 6-1 with a 0.31 ERA in 2021. And Andrew Painter is in our MLB draft spotlight.
Hi, I'm Andrew Painter.
This is a lot of young man, 6 feet 7 inches tall. This is a pitcher that's been up to 96 miles an hour.
At a young age, my dad handed me a glove and I just fell in love with the sport. I always liked watching Albert Pujols. We had the same initials as my dad. He went to a chiropractic school in St. Louis, so he's always been like a Cardinals fan. The Way by Ariana Grande. I thought this was an interview, not America's Got Talent. Now it's my day to shine.
He's committed to the University of Florida. He was awarded the Baseball America Top Pitcher Honors at the Perfect Game All-American Classic. Jonathan Mayo, upstairs to you. Andrew Painter was number 18, according to MLB.com. Not a shocker to see him at number 13.
I'll preempt your follow-up question. Yes, I did actually get this one right in my mock, so we'll get that out of the way. But this is a guy who, entered this draft season as the top high school arm and really didn't do much to hurt his own stock. Jackson Jobe sort of just passed him by, but the combination of size and stuff and feel for pitching, guys that big who can actually repeat their delivery and throw strikes with 4 pitches, you don't see them a lot. And in a lot of ways, this pick makes a lot of sense because in my head, I kept thinking about a guy from last year's draft class, Mick Abel, who was also the best right-handed high schooler, tall with a feel for pitching, and that's exactly who the Phillies took in the first round a year ago.
Andrew Painter, 6'7" to the Philadelphia Phillies at the 13th overall selection, and Mayo predicted it. Wonderful job, Jonathan, as always. From Jonathan Mayo to Hall of Famer Pedro Martinez, a former Philly, and in his career there, with more on Painter.
And now I get to break down a really exciting young man in this year's draft. His name is Andrew Painter. This kid has a power fastball that I really like. I really like how he approaches the hitters. he throws the ball. I really believe this kid plays exactly into these kind of games that we're playing nowadays. This kid keeps the ball up in the strike zone. He's really good at elevating the poise on the mound. This kid reminds me a lot of Mark Pryor in his early days. When I look at this guy, I'm really excited about this young man. So back to you guys and see this young man soon in the big leagues.
Pedro, thank you so much. How cool is that for Andrew Painter at his draft party right now? A Hall of Famer breaking him down. A different stature than Pedro was. Pedro was a 6'7". This kid has a lot of projectability to him. I want to move a couple spots back, if you don't mind. From 13 to number 11, the Washington Nationals selected high school shortstop Brady House. And Brady joins us now live on MLB Network. Brady, congratulations on an amazing night in your life. Would love to get your thoughts on everything you're experiencing right now as you went number 11 to the Nats.
Yeah, thank you so much. I mean, it's just a blessing to be here. I want to thank the Lord just for blessing me with this opportunity to play at the next level, and all my family and friends back here, you know, they all had something to do with me getting to where I am today, so I'm just very thankful right now, and I'm ready to get going. So.
Hey Brady, this is Carlos Galazzo. We talked a little about throughout this process about the work you've put in on the defensive side. I wanted to just kind of ask you, how much does that mean to you as part of your game? Obviously, we talk about the power, but how important to you is your defensive game?
It's huge, you know. I'm bigger than most shortstops, and I feel like I have to work at different things than others would have to at shortstop just because I am bigger, and I'm trying to prove myself and stay over at shortstop. But we'll see what happens, and I'm going to just keep working. So.
Hey, Brady, it's Harold here. First of all, congratulations, man. And I wanted to ask you, you know, you're a big shortstop. I played with Cal Ripken in Baltimore. What do you feel like you have to work on more than others to be able to play that position?
I'd say footwork, mainly side-to-side mobility, the way I can move side to side. And I'd say, you know, since I am bigger, I do have to get lower than a lot of the regular shortstops. But I'm just working at it and trying to mainly work on that side-to-side movement and staying low with whatever I'm doing on the diamond. So.
Hey, Brady, they keep talking about defense. I love to watch you swing the bat, dude. Your power is off the charts. I can't wait to see you hit bombs in the big leagues. Congratulations on a great night being drafted by the Washington Nationals.
Thank you. I appreciate it. Thank y'all.
All right, there you have him, Brady House, all 6'4", 215 pounds of him. So it was House, then Harry Ford, the high school catcher to the Seattle Mariners at number 12. Last time the Mariners selected a catcher with their first pick was Mike Zunino out of the University of Florida a few years back. And the Philadelphia Phillies, which we just saw at number 13, selecting Andrew Painter. Up next at number 14, the San Francisco Giants. This has been a fun night, and the venue has really added to this, has it not?
Yes, yes.
It's been a wonderful night. So we'll see where the Giants go. The San Francisco Giants, a team that's rebuilt. Farhan Zaidi's got a plan. He always does, and his farm system is improving.
Oh my gosh, he's done a great job, Greg. They've got talented major league teams. They've got depth in their system, so I'm anxious to see what they do here.
To the podium we go.
Tonight, it's our pleasure to introduce you to Logan Howard, who just completed his senior season as a pitcher at Rocky Mountain Lutheran High School in Commerce City, Colorado. In 2016, at the age of 13, Logan suffered a catastrophic stroke that left him paralyzed on the left side of his body. During his intensive recovery and rehabilitation, Logan's goal was to play baseball again, despite being told that it was not possible and that he may never even walk again. After years of hard work, perseverance, and determination, Logan proved that nothing is impossible as he made his way back to the diamond for his senior season. throughout Major League Baseball are extremely proud of you and your courageous journey. We're thrilled to invite you to join me on stage to present the selection of your San Francisco Giants.
Getting a chance to meet Will Clark, a Giant legend. An awesome moment for Logan as he joins the commissioner on the stage.
With the 14th pick in the 2021 MLB Draft, the San Francisco Giants select Will Bednar from Mississippi State. The Milwaukee Brewers have the next pick.
Logan, well done. Excellent job. Will Bednar, winner of the 2021 College World Series Most Outstanding Player Award after helping lead Mississippi State to its first national championship. How cool is that Logan got to shake the hand of former Mississippi State legend Will Clark, who was the second overall pick back in 1985.
Real cool, real cool.
And you see Will Bednar and his family celebrating this moment, 6'2", 229-pounder. And Tim Corbin, you know this right-hander well.
Yeah, we know him too well, actually. Will Clark, being a Mississippi State guy, he's got to be proud of this as well. But we faced Will in the College World Series. We faced him during the course of the season. This is a throwback, too. This is a guy who can really throw the baseball. I mean, his fastball plays up. It's 94, 97 miles an hour, but you can see how it really takes off. Kind of jumps at the hitter, and like Kumar and some of these other great pitchers, Jack Leiter, he doesn't like hitters. And this thing right here is the pitch that I think makes him special. And this is a slider. It's a true slider. It breaks horizontally, and I called it a dragonfly slider, and Sam Wild did a pretty good job on the video here to show it. But you can see how much it sweeps away from the right-handed hitter. It really, really takes off. And then he's skilled enough, too, when he's thrown to the left-handed hitters, how he can change the shape of it. It's got more verticality to the pitch. But this is a guy, too, now who's got a curveball and a changeup. Doesn't show it as much, but he's got that in his bag of tools, and you can see the presence coming off the mound. This guy's going to pitch in the big leagues. He's going to be a 1 or 2, very durable body, might be the strongest guy in the Mississippi State team. He certainly is one of those kids that trains well in the weight room, but very happy for him, the program, Chris Lamonis, Scott Foxhall, all of them.
And he goes 14th overall to the San Francisco Giants. Carlos Collazo of Baseball America, upstairs to you. He was outside the top 30 according to MLB.com. How much did that performance in the College World Series affect what happened just now?
Oh, I think it was tremendous. I mean, I don't know if there was a player who raised their draft stock more in the college playoffs than Bednar. He's a guy who obviously has a really loud two-pitch mix with the fastball and slider that are both easy pluses. I think the interesting thing with him is, like Coach was saying, he's got a changeup that gets whiffs when he does throw it. He hasn't had to use it a lot now, but he's got a brother who plays in the big leagues who got a pretty good changeup as well. So if he uses that more going forward, I think he could be looking at a really electric three-pitch mix.
Before we let you go, Carlos, give us the best available left according to Baseball America.
I think Khalil Watson is probably the top guy that we have on the board at the moment. The shortstop, we kind of expected him to go at the top. I'm curious to see where he falls. There are a few teams coming up that have some pool money that might be able to grab him. Sal Frelick, Matt McClain are two of the best college hitters available now. And then I think we're going to have a run on college pitching after those guys go at some point, although with where Khalil has been now, kind of curious to see where he falls and where that pick comes off the board.
Plenty of talent available for teams like the Brewers, the Marlins, the Reds, the Cardinals. Carlos, thank you very much. Up next, it's the 15th overall pick, Milwaukee on the clock. We're back with that and more when the draft continues on MLB Network.
Where we're from, where no one, our hometowns in the dark.
We've often wondered what keeps the world running. Is it economics? Is it algorithms? Is it magic? Turns out, it's you. Always you. Doing your thing. Dreaming dreams. Building new worlds for humanity to march forward in. It's that simple truth that led us to build our workspace technology for one thing and one thing alone. To give you what you need to not only do what you do best, but to pull out all the stops to what you can become. You're made for bigger things.
It's magical. They say when you get a new car, you see it everywhere. But when I was matching my truck on cars.com, I saw it everywhere. I guess that's what a perfect match does to a person. My question is, did the truck start to see me everywhere? Cars.com. It's magical.
You love your pet, but hate wearing their hair. Did you know that your clothes can actually attract pet hair? With Bounce Pet Hair and Lint Guard, your clothes can repel pet hair. One Bounce Mega Sheet has 3 times the hair-fighting ingredients of the leading dryer sheet. Simply toss into the dryer to bounce out hair and lint. Look how the shirt on the left attracts pet hair like a magnet. Pet hair is no match for Bounce. It's available in fresh scent and unscented. With Bounce, you can love your pets and lint roll less.
Welcome back to our 2021 MLB Draft, coverage presented by Dove Men Plus Care. The big board here inside the Belco Theater in downtown Denver, Colorado is filling. Selection we just saw at number 14, the Giants selecting Will Bednar, the most outstanding player of the most recent College World Series. And Will joins us now live on MLB Network. Will, congratulations. And it's this early in the first round.
Oh, it's awesome. I mean, it's truly electric. I'm here. We're all so excited.
Hey, Will, it's Harold here. We've been talking a lot about how the playoffs really helped you. As you were heading into the playoffs, obviously you're thinking about team winning, but were you recognizing that maybe your stock might be rising as well?
Not really. I was just kind of locked in with us kind of winning the national championship, just kind of taking it a game at a time and doing whatever I could to help the team.
Hey, Will, it's Dan O'Dowd. Besides your outstanding mix of pitches, the thing that stood out for me was your incredible competitiveness. Have you always had that growing up, or was there something that clicked for that at Mississippi State?
It's definitely something that's kind of grown as I've gotten older. Kind of growing up with a brother who's a little older than me. We've always been competing with everything, playing football in the front yard and playing Xbox when we were younger. And then even kind of recently, we kind of bust each other's chops about who throws harder. So super competitive, and I love competing with him. So that's probably one of the biggest things that's come from that.
Yeah, and again, your older brother David Bednar, currently in the Pirates system. What did he tell you during your College World Series run? Did you have chats with him? Because it was an epic performance to win Mississippi State's first ever national championship.
Yeah, absolutely. I remember I texted him before every single game and just kind of chatted with him. And, the one thing I got from talking to him was just treating it like every other outing, because at the end of the day, it's all the same stuff. It's just another outing. It's the same stuff I've been doing all year.
Will Bednar, I'm telling you, man, you're really just like this peaceful human to talk to. You don't look like that on the mound, man. I mean, you are a fierce competitor. Congratulations, the 14th overall pick by the Giants. Will, thanks for your time. We appreciate it.
Thanks, guys. I appreciate it.
All right, again, Will Bednar, all 6'2", 229 pounds of him. I mean, he is a special player. I thought Tim did a great breakdown earlier on that slider. So nasty. Back to the podium we go.
With the 15th pick of the 2021 MLB Draft, the Milwaukee Brewers select Sal Frelick, an outfielder from Boston College. The Miami Marlins have the next pick.
Undrafted out of high school, 5'9", 175 pounds, but there's dynamite in this small package, man. 3-sport star in high school, played football, hockey, and baseball. Batted .367 before injuring his knee at Boston College his freshman year. Struggled during the pandemic-shortened 2020 campaign, and then took off this year. Hit around .360, 6 homers, OPS over 1,000 in 48 games played. Sal Frelick, I love comps as I go to Jonathan Mayo, who hates comparisons. My comp is a young Lenny Dykstra. Go ahead and smash that if you want, Jonathan. What do you think?
You know what? I'm not going to do that. I kind of like the combination of the small package, the left-handed bat, extra base ability, and that sort of hard-nosed gamer mentality. So I'm gonna let that one go, Greg. So congratulations, you got one by me. And you know, the hockey mentality I think comes into his baseball game. He's just figuring out how good he is. When he was going to Boston College, he got an offer to play football last second and had to be convinced not to because he didn't realize that he had a chance to do this professionally. Obviously, he's going to. This year, the big thing that he did is prove he can play center field. He can really hit and get on base and run. I think he's got a chance to be a really exciting catalyst, top of the order kind of spark plug player.
Well, Jonathan, you said it all, but let's take a look at him. I mean, this guy is a freak athlete, and I'll tell you what, you know, I love the 2-sport athlete. I went back and got a chance to see some of his football video. I fell in love with him immediately. Then I went and saw his baseball video. Peter Gammons told me about this kid. You know, anybody out of that area, Peter knows him. But he's got a little bit of power. He's going to continue to have it, but watch this run in football. He's a quarterback right here, rolling out to the right in the white jersey. Cut back, let me just turn on some jets, little juke, stop, and let me finish the play. This is the type of player that he was in football that got him to be a Gatorade Player of the Year in Massachusetts. But he can go get him. He'll go get the ball. He's not afraid to get dirty. He's a grinder. And I know we're throwing out all kinds of comps. To me, he is more of a Brett Gardner. I see that type of a player as I see him going through. Dan, I know you got some thoughts. Go ahead.
Well, he's a hockey player, too. So he's a football player, hockey player, baseball player. And I think his athleticism and his aggressive approach to play is because he did play all 3 of those sports, all uniquely different sports. In addition to that, he has such unique body control because I think he was exposed to 3 different sports where you have to move your body in a different way.
And unlike Brett Gardner, he's a right-handed thrower, which could mean defensive versatility. Carlos Collazo of Baseball America, upstairs to you. Could he move to the infield at the big league level?
You know, I don't think that you necessarily need him to because he's such a good defender in center field. He really proved his ability there, but I have heard from some scouts who were impressed with just how good he's looked in the infield, and the right-handed throwing does give him that option. I think what stands out to me about Sal Frelick is just his ability to manipulate the barrel. He shows a really good ability to just constantly barrel up the ball. Sometimes he doesn't fire off his A swing in the zone. He'll slap balls the other way, but he has the speed and the pure hitting ability to get away with that, and I'm curious to see if that approach changes at the next level or if he just continues to do what he's been successful with so far.
Hey, Greg, the music's on point because, you know, we had the Boston music going before. The Marlins are up next. And you know Derek Jeter and Jay-Z are buddies.
I didn't know they were buddies. You're buddies with Derek Jeter. Does that mean you're buddies with Jay-Z?
Well, of course.
There he is, Derek Jeter in the draft room as we speak, watching our coverage, I'm sure, as the Marlins are up next with the 16th overall selection.
Kim Ng's first draft.
That's right, Kim Ng, awesome. The GM. She's sitting right there with her laptop open. The pick is in. We're waiting to hear from the commissioner who the Marlins will select. Sal Frelick, Tim, I want to get your thoughts on the pick.
Yeah, before the commissioner gets on, it's just another example of a guy who plays multi-sports in high school and the development that takes place once he gets into college. In a school like Boston College with Coach Gambino, that's a good program, but you can see how much development has been done over the course of time. That's a good player. That's a good player who's going to move up too, because you can see his toughness in how he plays defense and how he swings the bat too. Those are very quick hands.
A year ago, all 5 of their picks were college position players, the Brewers. And here they are with their first pick, a college position player. You'd think that's a bunch of just, who cares? They're taking the best available player, correct?
I do. That's how we approach all of our drafts. But again, each individual organization has a different approach to the draft, which makes the draft so unusual, Greg. 2 people can look at the same player and come away with a completely different evaluation.
But, what did I say before the draft? We had no idea. They're going to take him in that pick. I just think he's a Brewer player.
Yeah. All right, let's find out who's a Miami Marlin player.
All right, let's see what they got.
We were inside
it's
the draft room. It's going to be an athlete?
If there's a Marlin.
Again, we don't know the information here. We're waiting to find out the breaking news with you, and the commissioner is walking to the podium to give it to us.
With the 16th pick of the 2021 MLB Draft, the Miami Marlins select Khalil Watson, a shortstop from Wake Forest High School, Wake Forest, North Carolina. The Cincinnati Reds have the next pick.
MLB.com had Khalil Watson, the 4th best draft prospect entering tonight. This is a steal at number 16 for the Marlins. He had arguably the best summer season of any draft prospect. His stock soared after a standout showing at the East Coast Pro. Had a 6'5", 60-yard dash, comps to Francisco Lindor, and Khalil Watson is in our draft spotlight.
Khalil Watson, I've been working my tail off.
Beautiful.
Yeah, well, I want to call out Khalil Watson for making that throw. Jackie Robinson, man, get what it was like, what he was going through at the time. The best song that I play the most is We Paid by Lil Baby and 42.
What? Oh, okay. Watching as he... Oh, no!
That clearly just got picked. He couldn't hold it any longer.
I know the feeling.
Yeah. Khalil Watson goes 16th overall to the Miami Marlins. Steal. Being possibly in the top 3 of tonight's draft. Dan, what do you think of the player?
Explosive athlete, like dynamite in a smaller body. This guy, his core strength at a young level is very, very impressive. This guy hunts fastballs. He destroys fastballs. Plays the game with some flair. Do think he can stay at shortstop. He has an Ozzie Albies type body, but I think his play reminds me more of a Jimmy Rollins type player.
Okay, we have a friend named Ricky Weeks, a former first-round pick in his own right, breaking down Khalil Watson.
Khalil Watson, shortstop at Wake Forest High School in North Carolina. What I see out of him is, a little bit of a Didi Gregorius body type, especially the swing. Great baseball instincts, obviously middle infielder. With a great feel for the game. He's a guy with a smooth swing, a guy that got power, with room to grow, at the next level with some 10 to 20 to 30 plus power type. He's smooth actions, move great left to right, comes through the ball very well. Sometimes he has a tendency to stop his motion, but that is very and fixable. But to me, he's a can't-miss prospect.
Ricky, thank you. Maybe the most explosive high school shortstop in this class. Khalil Watson, 5'9". I love the comp to Francisco Lindor. The Didi one was good, but I think Lindor, the kid loves to play. Jim Callis, this is an organization that drafted 6 pitchers a year ago. Here they get a steal at number 16 in Khalil Watson.
I think when they went heavy pitcher last year, Greg, the Marlins are going to take the best player available. There's no doubt in that. And this guy was clearly the best player available. He was in the mix to go number 1 overall. There was even chatter earlier today that he was going to go number 1 overall. Just a great pick. As you mentioned, we had him ranked 4th. You get him at 16. That's the biggest steal of the draft right now. He's potential solid tools across the board or better. He's the quickest runner of those elite shortstops. I cannot believe that an elite shortstop in this draft got to 16. Now, the Marlins have an extra pick at 31, so they have a little bit more financial power than some of these teams picking ahead of them. Great pick by the Marlins.
Great pick by the Marlins. More specifically, the first female general manager in baseball history, Kim Ng, making the call, Harold.
Congratulations. It's a historic moment. It needs to be documented and understood. This is the first time a female general manager, she made a pretty good pick, too. Nice job, Kim.
Yeah, well deserved, Kim.
Outstanding. Kim Ng in the draft room with Derek Jeter and the rest of that front office as they celebrate Khalil Watson, a dynamite high school shortstop at number 16. We come back. The Reds are next. They're on the clock.
Coverage of the 2021 MLB Draft is presented by Dove Men Plus Care.
To run a growing business is to be on a journey. And along the ride, you'll find many challenges. Your Dell Technologies advisor is here to help, so you can stop at nothing for your customers.
Fine. No one leaves the table till you're finished.
Fine. We'll sleep here.
It's the easiest because it's the cheesiest. Kraft for the win-win.
Nobody covers our pastime like Baseball America. From high school and college to the majors and minor leagues, Baseball America brings passionate fans and industry insiders the game's most complete coverage. Get a 1-year subscription loaded with exclusive features, in-depth analysis, and expert scouting reports for less than $8 per month. Call 1-800-845-2726 or log on to baseballamerica.com/MLB Network to subscribe all year round.
Arm & Hammer Plus OxyClean with odor blasters. Stains are removed and odors eliminated. For a deep, powerful clean. More power to you.
Cup of whiskey, you say? Well, this blend of fine golden grain and single malt comes from the oldest distillery in Ireland. Because we are not here to take part. We are here to take over. Hurrah, number 12, Irish whiskey.
Wake up for a full day of baseball on MLB Central, featuring an all-star lineup of hosts and a colorful cast of guests all season. The fun never stops on MLB Central. Returns Friday at 10 a.m. Eastern, only on MLB Network.
Oh my goodness! Oh my goodness! Shohei Ohtani! What can't he do? 上がって右中間もう行ってるでしょう。今日も行きました。
Cuadrangular solitario de Ohtani.
Here comes Shohei. Just randomly, let's take a ride with another Shohei homer.
He's quickly become one of baseball's elite.
This is a very unique player.
With all 5 tools and charisma to match.
I'm going to walk it off, or I'm going to save the game in the 9th inning.
MLB Network presents The Rise of El Nino, Wednesday at 8 Eastern.
Up next is Cincinnati Reds at number 17. If you look at their picks in 2018, 2017, 2016, Jonathan India in the big leagues playing second base. He was 2018. Hunter Green, he's on the doorstep. He's been terrific in the minor leagues. He was second overall in 2017. Nick Senzel has been a contributor at the big league level, playing multiple positions with a second overall pick in 2016. The Cincinnati Reds are up next. We've just seen Khalil Watson selected.
The 17th pick of the 2021 MLB Draft. The Cincinnati Reds select Matt McLain, a shortstop from UCLA. The St. Louis Cardinals have the next pick.
Matt McLain's one of the biggest risers in the 2018 draft as well. He was a monster senior year at Beckman High School in California. He was the 25th overall selection by the Diamondbacks, but didn't sign. He honored his commitment to UCLA. He missed nearly 3 weeks this year with a broken thumb, but he still raked. .333 average, 9 bombs, slugged almost .580 in 47 games. From a baseball family, all of his brothers are college baseball players. He's got a younger brother that's going to follow in his footsteps to UCLA. Here he is Matt McClain, the first of 3 picks tonight by the Cincinnati Reds. No other team with as many picks in day one. Tim Corbin, you've seen this kid up close. What do you think of McClain?
Yeah, we played against him. We saw him last year, but this is a really good player. I mean, you think about the college middle infielders that the Reds have had with Senzel, India, going back to Kozar, and this guy fits. And I think he started off playing the outfield at UCLA and failed a little bit, which I think really helped him. But what he did is he went from the outfield back into the infield, and he's going to stick at shortstop for sure. There's a real arm there. There's good feet. But what he can do is he can rake. I mean, he's got a very good swing, hits the ball hard to both sides of the field. There's going to be some pop in that bat as well. Just a very good baseball player, and there's a run tool. For a smaller kid, there's very powerful tools. He's a very twitchy kid, too. This good pick.
He's got a really high, I agree with everything Tim said. I'll add to it, high baseball IQ, exceptionally tough competitor. I mean, this guy's going to rip your throat out on the field when he plays. I like him. I think he was a top 10 talent in this year's draft. I think they've got their shortstop of the future, but if not, he can play second, he can play center. This guy is a winning player. I dropped the Michael Young comp on him. I think there's some similarities in their game, and I really, really like the way this guy competes on the field. He's got a slow heartbeat, but there's an intensity and edge to him that rubs off on other players on his team.
You know, I think it's interesting watching the Reds searching for a shortstop in the big leagues all year, right? That's what they've been doing. This guy's got a chance, and a lot of people in the Pac-12, same conference that Nick Madrigal played in, compare this guy a lot to Nick Madrigal. I think he's a different version. He's stronger. He's got more power. But that's the similarity that I kind of saw. He's got power to shoot the ball the other way. And I know this is an aluminum bat, and sometimes you don't get a real good read. But I think when you put wood in this guy's hands, he's going to be having some power to drive the ball in the gap. There's a look at Magical, and here's a good look at McClain. I just think they're very similar. And I like to look at the conference that they both played in and see how they did and how they compared. But I think he's a little stronger version of this guy, and I believe he's going to stay at shortstop. And I really think he could move over to second to be one of those big impact bats, and we'll see what happens. But I like this pick a lot.
Well, the Reds got Jonathan India there, a former first runner out of Florida. Jonathan Mayo, I love the Michael Young comparison that really Dan O'Dowd just dropped on him. What do you think?
Yeah, I think that's pretty fair. I'm not sure that he has quite the power that Dan thinks he has, but there's plenty of stock there, and that does what differentiates him from a guy like Nick Madrigal. I also think his chance to stick it short. Everyone knew Nick Madrigal was going to play second base because the arm was short. When McClain entered college ball out of high school, remember he was a first rounder not that long ago. That was the question. They weren't sure whether or not he'd be able to handle the throw from short. He worked on it, and it shows his work ethic and his makeup that he wanted to show that he could play there, and he's proven that. It makes him an even better player in my estimation that you put him at short, and I think he has every chance to stay there with the premium bat.
It's hard to pass up being the 25th overall selection, and he did that out of high school as a 5'11" high school shortstop. And you're thinking, what are you doing? I remember when he didn't sign. It paid off. He ended up being the 17th overall pick.
Well, not everybody's ready to go out on the road and play pro ball, regardless of where you picked at. It worked out for him.
And sometimes you're excited about a college education like UCLA, a great school.
Yeah, and they developed him well. You know, the biggest thing is he bet on himself. That's the bottom line. He just went back to school and said, I'm going to make myself a better player, and he did. If you talk to the UCLA coaches, and I did the other day, this guy, they speak in tones that's a lot different from a lot of players, and UCLA's had some great ones, but this kid's a very good player.
Up next, the St. Louis Cardinals, and this is an organization that has really thrived on draft night. And there are just some front offices, Dan O'Dowd, that have a track record of doing this well, and they're one of them.
And you know why, Greg? Because they're very consistent in their picks. They look for the same kind of attributes in every one of their selections. I don't think they overthink the process a whole lot. And on top of it, I think they have a tremendous development program, too, that really takes the kids and puts them in the best position to be the best big league players they can be.
Which is such an overlooked aspect of this whole deal. We hear draft and we get excited about it, but it's the development part that sets organizations apart. To the podium we go.
With the 18th pick of the 2021 MLB Draft, the St. Louis Cardinals select Michael McGreevy, a right-handed pitcher from UC Santa Barbara. The Toronto Blue Jays have the next pick.
Michael McGreevy celebrating as we speak. There he is. He's 6'4", 215 pounds, went undrafted out of high school due to a short track record, signability questions, quickly became a star at UC Santa Barbara. First team All-Big West as a freshman in 2019, picking solely out of the bullpen. He pitched out of the pen. In 2020, he made 4 starts, sub-1 ERA. He added muscle during the quarantine, added velocity to 96 miles an hour. His career college stats impressive: 16-3, ERA of 2.33, K per 9, 9.2. But Jonathan Mayo, when you think of Michael McGreevy, it's command, right? This kid's got impeccable command.
I think that's absolutely right. And he didn't lose any of that command, Greg, even though the stuff ticked upwards. And that's what really excited me about McGreevy. You don't often get a college performing pitcher who also has upside and projection. He's going to add some muscle still to what he's already done. He may throw harder yet. You know, I don't want to drop a Shane Bieber comp because that's not fair. Same college program, could be the same trajectory. This is a really good fit. The Cardinals are great at getting the most out of the pitchers that they draft. He's got a really good feel for pitching. The command is there. I think he's going to continue to throw harder. And I know that the metrics that teams really care about, spin rate, things like that, are off the charts for Michael McGreevy.
Yeah, Dan, do you think McGreevy fits the Cardinal mold, the prototype?
Yeah, he does. I mean, to me, I think it's a mid-rotation starter that's going to be very, very durable in a major league rotation. And you're getting a kid that is a consummate strike thrower.
Yeah, and that's overlooked even in the college game, Tim, right? A guy that knows the strike zone and pounds it.
Well, that's where it starts, and if you've got stuff, it just adds to what you can do, but it's all about command, and that's the difference, and that's the separator in guys like McGreevy and guys who have been picked in the top half of this draft.
Carlos Collazo, upstairs to you. Michael McGreevy to the Cardinals at number 18. Your thoughts on the pick?
Yeah, I think you guys have summed him up well, but what I think is really impressive is how good that command is, despite the fact that he didn't really focus on pitching until he got to college. He was a shortstop in high school, so that just really stands out to me. We have him graded like future 70 control, one of the best control pitchers in this class, like you guys have mentioned, but a solid 4-pitch mix, and he's going to be a pretty impressive starter.
So the 6'4" right-hander, we've said that before for the St. Louis Cardinals in the first round. Michael McGreevy to the Redbirds out of UC Santa Barbara. We're going to take a quick timeout. When we come back, the next cluster of teams picking here in day 1 of the MLB draft includes the New York Yankees. They have the 20th overall selection, Brian Cashman and company. We'll see who they take. Before them, it's the Blue Jays. We're back live from Denver after this.
It's All-Star Tuesday on MLB Network. Get your cameras ready. The stars come out to shine on the 2021 MLB All-Star Red Carpet Show at 3 Eastern, only on MLB Network.
What is that?
Mine. Why?
It's just that it's...
Lavender? Yes, it is. Old Spice. It's for men.
But I like the smell of it. Another crown?
Let's have a water this round, please.
Here you go.
Take a water break and moderate your drinking on game day.
This year, Major League Baseball is bringing you the T-Mobile Home Run Derby like you've never seen it before. And the brand new MLB AR app will take the Derby to another level, because now you can follow every home run in augmented reality. Brought to you by T-Mobile. Live the Derby with unprecedented 3D views and unlock exclusive features with T-Mobile 5G. Don't just watch the Derby on ESPN. Experience it now at MLB.com/AR or head to your app store.
New Klondike cones. Experience the chocolate tip. Examine the full sauce core. Bask in a downpour of peanuts.
Welcome to the McLaren Formula One Q&A. Does anyone have any questions?
Yes.
Yes.
Hi, Zach. Can we meet Lando?
Can we bring Lando on stage?
Hi everyone, it's Lando.
It's Lando.
Lando, who has the best fans? England, Germany, or France?
I don't know, what do you guys think?
Let's put up a poll.
Come on, England.
Germany.
With WebEx, McLaren F1 team fans get even closer.
Let's go racing.
Introducing the WebEx Suite, driving hybrid work.
Gillette Pro Glide. 5 blades and a pivoting flex ball designed to get virtually every hair on the first stroke. So you're ready for the day, with a fresh face for a fresh start. For a limited time, get a 5th cartridge free.
It's All-Star Monday on MLB Network. At 6 Eastern, MLB Tonight takes the field in Denver for batting practice. Then after the Home Run Derby, MLB Tonight returns. All-Star Monday on MLB Network.
Welcome back to our 2021 MLB Draft. Coverage presented by Dove Men Plus Care. The Belco Theater has been hopping tonight. Henry Davis, the #1 overall pick. Is that Jesse Barfield here?
Jesse the Body Barfield.
2-time Gold Glove Award winner.
That dude can rake.
In 1986, hit 40 bombs. I had like 1 million of your baseball cards, Jesse. He was a 9th-round pick for the Blue Jays in 1977, and he's representing the Jays here tonight. The Blue Jays overflowing with young position player talent. They've been focusing on pitching in the last couple of years when it comes to drafting. What do you expect them to do this year?
I think they go pitching.
Yeah?
Yeah, I do. What do you think, Dan?
I do, especially because our guys, our experts up top, talked about how much this large grouping of pitching is now available.
All right, the commissioner, baseball commissioner Rob Manfred coming to the podium now. Let's find out who the Jays are taking.
With the 19th pick of the 2021 MLB Draft, the Toronto Blue Jays select Gunnar Hoagland, a right-handed pitcher from the University of Mississippi. The New York Yankees have the next pick.
Gunnar Hoagland, 6'4", 220. He was drafted by the Pirates as a supplemental first-rounder, 36th overall in 2018. Instead, went to Ole Miss, didn't sign. He was in that rotation immediately as a freshman. Solid last 2 years. He had Tommy John surgery back in May, which cut short his 2021 campaign. But his college career, Tim Corbin, your squad, face him at Gunnar with his family. 19th overall by the Toronto Blue Jays. Tim, what do you think of him?
Well, first of all, congratulations to Ole Miss and Gunnar. And ironically, Greg, we were supposed to face him the week before he got hurt, so we never saw him. So things like this happen because I do. He's got a great aptitude for pitching. He's got great feel. You're going to see a fastball, slider, and change, and those pitches are plus. But you're going to see why they're plus, and I think the difference in pitchers. We talked about command, but this is a situation of a guy who can really tunnel the ball. And you see that 3 balls right here coming out of the same spot, and what gives a skilled hitter fits is the diversion of where those balls go. You see the fastball play up, you see the slider break away from the righty, and you see the left, or the changeup, I should say, dive down. So this is a kid who has touch and feel, can really manipulate the ball, can really pitch, and he's going to get stronger. This kid's a hard worker. I do know that, and he's going to take off from this situation.
6'4", 220. Sounds like our friend Hall of Famer John Smoltz. He'd probably say 215. So sorry, John. The Hall of Famer standing by with more on Gunnar Hoagland.
Thanks, guys. Gunnar Hoagland from Ole Miss is a right-handed straight over the top, recovering from Tommy John. As a post-Tommy John recipient, as time goes on, I think you just get better and better and aligned with your mechanics. This is a unique guy that throws over the top where his hands go up and separate, and one of the comps is going to be Matt Albers. Now, Albers has a same kind of glove action with his knee, but a lower 3/4 delivery. What makes Hoagland unique is he's straight over the top. There's not too many pitchers who go straight over the top and throw a downward slider, so it creates a different arc and a different eye level for the hitter. This young man's going to have some upside as he's recovering from Tommy John, and the 3 pitches he can command. Back to you guys.
Smoltzy, thank you very much. Gunnar Hoagland to the Blue Jays at number 19. Our big board being filled up. We're giving you the first 36 selections tonight here on day 1 of the 2021 MLB Draft. I know you might be surprised. Khalil Watson drafted 16th by the Marlins. Khalil joins us now live on MLB Network. Khalil, we were expecting you top 5, maybe 3rd overall. Your reaction going number 16 to the Miami Marlins. What do you think of that?
For me, they came out with a great deal. Matter of fact, with Derek Jeter coming out with their deal as well, I'm grateful for it. Really grateful. It's unbelievable.
Hey, Cleo, it's Harold here, man. You've been so smooth on the interviews we did with you before. I was so thrilled to have you on tonight. But I got to ask you, the whole country wants to know, where were you? You almost missed the announcement.
Oh, man, you just don't know where I was at right now. Right now, it made a best fit for me right after. Right when I walked in, I had my agent call me, and he was like, okay, I got this great deal for you, because the whole time they were just trying to devaluate me. So I just took from my head, my gut, and just took it through.
Hey, Clee, it's Dan. You play the game with so much flair. You look like you love competing. Is there a player that you follow growing up that you try to model your game after a little bit?
For me, I say my dad. I try to modify my game after my dad, because where he left off at, that's where he wanted me to pick back up. So I just followed off with him.
Hey, the Marlins got a steal here, man. If I'm a Marlins fan, I am super excited. Khalil Watson, shortstop of the future. Congratulations. Thanks for joining us.
Thanks, Cleo.
Yeah, thanks for having me. Thank you.
There you have him, Khalil Watson, who almost missed the moment of hearing his name on national television, but he made it back just in the nick of time. So we've seen Khalil Watson to the Marlins. The Reds took Matt McClain out of UCLA. The Cardinals, Michael McGreevy, college right-hander at UC Santa Barbara. The Blue Jays selected Gunnar Hoagland out of Ole Miss. The fans are still here, loving it. The Yankees are up next at number 20.
With the 20th pick of the 2021 MLB Draft, the New York Yankees select Trey Sweeney, a shortstop from Eastern Illinois University.
Trey Sweeney, a 6'4" shortstop in the building tonight. This kid had only one D1 offer out of high school before he signed with Eastern Illinois. He broke out in the summer of 2020, finished second in batting with a .397 average in the Coastal Plain League. Jim Callis, Trey Sweeney, selected by the Yankees. Your reaction to this selection?
Well, I think we kind of saw this one coming, Greg, to be honest. I had him in my mock. I'll give myself a little plug there. He really had a lot of helium as the draft was approaching as the next best college hitter on the board after the top group of about 4 guys. You know, played at Eastern Illinois, not a big school, but he fared well when they played good pitchers during the season. And it's kind of an unorthodox swing. There's a lot going on, but he barrels the ball a lot. He controls the strike zone. He uses the whole field. Really good exit velocities for teams that believe in data. I think there's going to be more power there. Shortstop in high school, Greg, I think he probably winds up at third base in the long run. He doesn't have typical shortstop speed, but he's got the arm strength. He's got the hands to be a good third baseman, and the bat's going to play. There were a lot of teams interested in Trey Sweeney in the 20s that probably 3 or 4 days ago thought they had a shot at him, and then realized he keeps moving up board. So good pick for the Yankees here.
Scouts love when Trey Sweeney had 2 hits against Jordan Wicks from Kansas State, who's also in the building tonight. Trey Sweeney selected by the Yankees, and he's standing by with Lauren Gardner. Lauren.
Appreciate it, Greg. Trey, you're kind of looking around in disbelief right now. How surreal is this moment for you?
It's absolutely surreal. I mean, it's just something I dreamed about since I was a little kid, and watching this every year on TV and to be in this position is just crazy.
How special is it to share this moment with your friends and family? We saw the hugs. We saw the congratulations. It's pretty big for you, huh? You hear them. They're right there.
Yeah, I mean, they mean everything to me. So many sacrifices made to get me into this position, so I'm so glad to share this experience with them, and it's been awesome. I'm so thankful.
And the New York Yankees of all teams, how does it feel to wear the pinstripes?
It feels awesome. I mean, it feels great to put this iconic logo on my chest and my hat, so I'm just thankful and blessed. This is awesome.
What's your message to Yankees fans watching at home?
Let's get to work. Let's do this. I'm excited.
Enough said. Let's get to work. Congratulations.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
Lauren, thank you. You know, when people think of Eastern Illinois and sports, they think of Tony Romo. Well, maybe Trey Sweeney can change all of that, and he can become a big leaguer with the New York Yankees. He was one of the bigger sleepers, Dan, in this draft class.
Yeah, I think it's one of the best drafts we've seen tonight. I think he profiles perfectly for their board. I love the way the guy hits. I think he has a chance to stay at shortstop. And I think this kid's going to turn into an impact player. If he played at a Vanderbilt or a Mississippi State or a Power 5 conference, this would not have been a sleeper pick.
Well, I think also, I mean, you got to look at the ballpark. Yankees are so right-handed right now, and I know he's not going to the big leagues, but
I agree, Harold, though. I agree. He profiles well for that park.
He does. For that ballpark, that team, it's going to be a fun pick.
You know, people talk about the mechanics of his swing. Harold and I complain about this all the time, Tim. We overcoach kids, and they have like a cookie-cutter style at the plate. I love what he's got going on. He looks like he's about to attack.
Yeah, there's just natural athletic rhythms. And I think what you see in hitters like him is, if you're old enough, to revert back to those days in the 60s and 70s where those movements were very natural. Harold and I were talking about that yesterday. You see a lot of hitters that are very whippy and are very wristy, and that's him. And they have very natural hand-eye skills, and that's him. I'm fired up for guys like that, him and Kauser, smaller, non-Power 5 schools of kids that really take off because they work hard and invest.
Trey Sweeney going to the New York Yankees at number 20. I'm wondering how our guys upstairs are doing with their mock drafts. Jim, Carlos, Jonathan, who wants to start?
I want to hear this.
Who wants to start?
I do not. I do not want to start.
All right,
Those
so Jim,
Jonathan's a scorekeeper there.
I think Jim's hit a couple late.
Yeah, Jim is up right now, but just by a little bit. He's going to still have a long way to go. You know, I think of myself as the tortoise. Jim's the hare. So we'll see. We'll see what happens. But right now, Jim's a little bit ahead of Carlos, and I'm lagging behind just a tad.
We're not going to spoil any suspense, but we believe Jonathan's going to pick up ground shortly.
Yeah.
And so the race is going to get a little tighter.
I'm feeling I got some wind at my sails for the last part of the mock.
What's the biggest surprise pick to you guys so far tonight? Is it at number 1?
I don't think that one's too much of a surprise. I mean, we had heard that name linked there, and there was never a consensus. I think people maybe thought it was just because everyone was kind of throwing Meyer there, but I never felt really confident in that. I don't know if you guys ever did. I think Mazzucato in the top 10, and then I think Khalil Watson are the two for me that are maybe more surprising. I didn't expect Khalil to drop that far down the board.
Yeah, no, it ended up being a steal. Go ahead, Jim. You have a quick, or Jonathan?
I was going to say, of the guys who dropped, you could see Meyer going 4, you could see Rocker going 10 in certain scenarios. I didn't think there was any way Khalil Watson was ever getting to 16.
Okay, all right. It's the Cubs' turn at number 21. Somewhere Dan Plesac singing "Go Cubs
right
Go."
Now. Every time I hear that song, I think about Plesac now.
It's time to find out who the Cubs are taking.
With the 21st pick of the 2021 MLB Draft, the Chicago Cubs select Jordan Wicks, a left-handed pitcher from Kansas State. The Chicago White Sox have the next pick.
What a moment for Jordan Wicks, the 6'1" left-hander who's done so many interviews with us on MLB Network leading up to the draft. He was confident that tonight he'd hear his name called. And it's the Cubs that have selected Jordan Wicks 21st overall. This is a young man, Big 12 Conference Freshman of the Year back in 2019, an immediate contributor to K-State's weekend rotation. His stats this year, 6-3 with a 3.7 ERA, bunch of strikeouts. He's got 95, but he's an off-speed wizard on the mound, Harold.
Well, I think it's interesting where the big schools, they will find you.
Yep.
Look at all the small schools that are getting picked and guys having an opportunity to go show what they can do. But this guy's filthy, man. I'll dive into him a little bit later with the breakdown, but I'll let you talk about him for a little bit right now, Dan. Go ahead.
I mean, it's a solid delivery kid with a 4-pitch mix. I've said it earlier in the show. I think he has the best changeup in the country. It's just a totally equalizing pitch. And an era when you're seeing velocity, you don't prepare well for a guy like this. You talk about a fast riser. This kid, for me, is going to move relatively quickly because there's not a ton to do from a development standpoint.
And he's comfortable on camera. And so is Lauren Gardner, who's about to interview the first-round pick, Jordan Wicks. Lauren.
But Greg, you threw this jersey on like you've been doing it your whole life, walked up these stairs with a ton of confidence. You just said your high school coaches, huge Chicago Cubs fans. How cool is this?
It's a surreal moment, you know. It's stuff you dream about, and, you know, I just couldn't be happier to be wearing blue and red, that's for sure.
You hear him there. A row and a half of family, friends, coaches here in tow. What do you want to say to them?
Just thank you for everything. You know, family got me to this point, and family is going to continue to drive me the entire way. You know, the most important people in my life are here today, and I couldn't be happier about it.
You just got engaged not too long ago. Now you're selected by the Chicago Cubs in the first round of the MLB draft. How do you top that?
You don't. I don't think there's any way possible. You know, it's been a dream the last 30 days or so, and I just can't be more thankful to the people around me. They got me to this point. They made me the person I am, and I'm so thankful for them.
Jordan, congratulations. Go celebrate.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Lauren, thank you. Jordan Wicks, Kansas State's first ever first-round pick. He goes down in history. Greatest Wildcat collegiate player ever, drafted this high in the first round. Harold, you've been chomping the bit to break him down. You think he is the first of the big leagues in this class?
Yeah, whether that's this year, next year, or whatever, I think he's the first guy in this class to the big leagues because of what Dan talked about. He's a quick riser. Dan's talking about the changeup a lot. I love it, but I see the power stuff as well. He's got an overpowering fastball. He's got a nasty breaking pitch. And I was saying, if it's the right club, obviously the Cubs are going to be battling for a little bit. We'll see what happens trade deadline with the Cubs. But this guy, I think, could go right now. He reminded me of Billy Wagner. At first, I was thinking Lester. Then I went, hold on. This guy's got that short, quick delivery like Billy Wagner. And he goes a little bit longer with the ball, takes it back. But he can get on you quick like the lefty can. And then he's got the breaking ball. I really enjoyed and fell in love with this kid, spending time with him at the Combine. And Dan, I know what you're getting at with those interviews, how important they are. I didn't know Jordan Wicks, but I got a chance to spend time with him, and I'm like, there's something different here, a competitive edge that just oozes out, and you need to see that.
Yeah, it becomes separators when you go to make a decision.
Yeah, Carlos Collazo upstairs to you. Jordan Wicks to the Cubs. Your thoughts on the pick?
Yeah, I like it a lot. I feel like he was a guy who had a chance to go in the 10 to 20 range. I feel like he's a pitcher who you don't really need to project a ton on. He does a lot of things really well now, really good pitchability, and he's not a pitchability left-hander. I think it might be easy to label him with that tag, but he's got up into the mid-90s from the left side. His fastball plays well. He can cut it, he can run it, he can sink it, and I really enjoy pitchers who use the changeup with as much confidence as he does, and I agree with Dan. I think it's the best changeup in the class, so I like this pick a lot.
Yeah, my comp, I told Harold this before, it's a John Lester with a Cole Hamels changeup. I think he'd take that, right? I think Jordan Wicks would take that. He could dream on these guys.
I should have listened to yours.
That's okay. It's okay. Billy Wagner's all right. Anyway, we got the Chicago teams back-to-back, Cubs and then the White Sox. When we come back, it's the Southsiders' turn when the draft rolls on MLB Network.
Hi, I'm Garrett Cole, first overall pick from the 2011 draft. I just want to wish all the future draftees tonight good luck and have fun starting your journey to the big leagues.
Coverage of the 2021 MLB Draft is presented by Dove Men Plus Care.
New Dove Men deodorant is different. It has 48-hour protection and a plant-based moisturizer that cares for your skin. Odor protection that works. New Dove Men Plant-Based Care.
You push your body hard in the name of fitness. Sure, it's for a good cause. But a good cause shouldn't mean sacrificing a good time.
The Taco Bell comeback is here, and it is fire. Once the team catches fire and pulls off a comeback win, we'll bring back the Flamin' Hot Doritos Locos Tacos for a limited time. Yep, if an NBA team comes from behind at halftime to win in a finals game, everybody in America scores a free Flamin' Hot Doritos Locos Tacos on us. Win. Flamin' Hot Doritos Locos Tacos are coming back for the win. Free tacos, straight fire, only at Taco Bell.
What happens when you make power your thing above everything? you decide fast is never fast enough. You put muscle over matter, and you make horsepower a superpower. Welcome to the Brotherhood of Muscle.
Want to have your baseball mechanics analyzed by MLB Network's former big leaguers? Then have your parent or guardian post videos of you in action on Twitter and Instagram with hashtag Sandlot to the show and tag MLB Network.
Oh boy, Denver, mile high. Physics. Do you even know what happens to a baseball when you tack a bunch of all-stars into Coors Field?
Sir?
You got All Rise, El Nino, Vladdy Jr., Les Jr., Mookie, Ronald Andretti Show, a ton. I bet even those TV guys want to take some hacks for this one. Look, the scoreboard guy is going to get a workout, and I am here for that.
The guys are psyched up for the next intentional talk.
Whoa, let's go!
Now that's excitement. Kevin Millar and Steven Nelson. Intentional Talk, weekdays at 5 Eastern on MLB Network.
The Chicago White Sox are up next with the 22nd overall pick on day one of the draft. Rick Hahn and his group, they've been good at this. Garrett Crochet, Andrew Vaughn, Nick Madrigal, Jake Berger just debuted this year. He was 11th overall in 2017. Carlos Rodon, 3rd overall in 2014, hit his stride. Before that, Tim Anderson, Chris Sale, they've had first-round success.
And they do a great job of developing the players. You know, it's one thing to draft talent. You got to develop it. They do a nice job with that.
Entering the 2021 season, MLB.com ranked their farm system 16th. That's because a lot of their guys are in the big leagues.
They're in the big leagues.
Yes. Time to find out who they're taking with the 22nd pick.
With the 22nd pick of the 2021 MLB Draft, the Chicago White Sox select Colson Montgomery, a shortstop from Southridge High School in Huntingburg, Indiana. The Cleveland Indians have the next pick.
There he is, 6'4", 205-pounder, a left-handed bat, one of the top basketball players in the state of Indiana. He's the leading scorer in his high school's history. And we'll show his high school basketball footage a little later. Kid's a stud on the basketball court. He's even better at baseball. An older high schooler at 19, very mature, physical compared to some other players in this year's class. This year he had 7 bombs, scored 42 runs, 24 bags, impressive projectable body. And because of that, Jim Callis, you hear the comps to Corey Seager. Would you agree to that?
I would, Greg. You know how much I love comps, but we have thrown that one around. 6'4", left-handed hitter, does a lot of damage, big shortstop. He's athletic. I do know there are some scouts who project him to move to 3rd. We saw him at the Combine. I know Harold really fell in love with him. He moves well. He's definitely going to begin his career as shortstop. And we've seen a lot of these big guys stay there, like Corey Seager for one. So, yeah, we do get that Corey Seager comp a lot, Greg.
The last time the White Sox drafted a high schooler in the first round, Courtney Hawkins, back in 2012. So it's been a while. But this young man was at the Combine, and Harold, he made the most of it.
He really did. I just being able to see him move athletically, and it wasn't even on the baseball field as much as like the Hawkeye and and running and everything else that they did, all the drills. It was great. You're giving me that look, so I'm turning it back to you, Greg. Go ahead.
Yeah, only because Colson Montgomery is standing by with Lauren Gardner. Lauren.
Well, Colson, congratulations. A special moment there between you and Pops. What did he say to you?
He just told me how proud he was of me and just said he loved me so much.
How you feeling? You're getting a little choked up.
Yeah, I'm a little emotional right now.
You know what? It's completely understandable. Can we hear it for Colson? A 3-sport athlete, the leading scorer at your high school in Indiana, the quarterback of the football team, and oh, by the way, you play a little bit of baseball. I'm guessing you're happy you stuck with the sport.
Yeah, I guess I am too, especially with this moment here. So I guess I made the right decision.
Obviously, you're a shortstop. Some projections have you moving over to 3rd base. What do you see yourself as?
I see myself as a shortstop long term. I mean, I'm athletic. I'm able to play position, and that's where I see myself.
I also also see you with some serious style here. The bow tie, what went behind that decision?
I mean, I kind of want to be different. I figured a lot of people would have regular ties, but I mean, I kind of wanted to mix it up a little bit.
Well, you're definitely mixing it up. You're definitely standing out. Congratulations. Enjoy this moment.
Thank you, I appreciate it.
Lauren, thank you very much. Great interview. Tim, I got to tell you, I love that answer about where he wanted to play defensively. What about you?
No doubt. We've talked about a lot of shortstops, and think about this. This kid's from Indiana. He plays football, basketball, and baseball. He's good at all three. And you think about how much time has been split. Now, when you watch this video of him, you watch him hit, you watch him field, those are very natural actions. Imagine how good this kid's going to be once he dumps all of his time into baseball. I think you got a special player here that's really going to move fast.
Tell you what, I always talk about my roots growing up in Oregon, and when he started talking about all-state quarterback, basketball player, and drafted in the first round of baseball, and he's a 6'4" guard, that's Danny Ainge.
I thought you were going to say, that sounds like me.
No, I wish that was. But I'm telling you what, I want to just show you, watch this kid play some basketball, because he was lighting it up. He can do so many things, moving on the floor, watching some alley-oops here, but his first step is lightning, and everybody's talking about moving from short to third. The only move he might make is to the Bulls. So we got to make sure he's staying right here playing baseball. But he's made the right decision. This is a heck of an athlete. Go ahead, Coach.
No, I was just thinking, while you were talking, we had a kid a few years ago named Ryan Flaherty. He's working with the Padres right now. Very similar player. Quarterback, good basketball player, baseball player. People did not think he could stick it short. Stuck it short, played short, and played for a long time in the big leagues as a defender.
Wow. So Colson Montgomery off of the big board, drafted by the Chicago White Sox, 22nd overall. Take a look at the best available. I'm a little surprised here, Dan O'Dowd, that Ty Madden has not been drafted yet.
Yeah, again, there's some really good-looking players on the board, some really good-looking pitching left on that board. So, anyway, I think he's going to be a kid that gets taken here real soon.
Ty Madden of MLB.com had him at number 9, best available draft prospect. Hasn't been drafted yet. Baseball America has him at number 12. There's some terrific talents. Chase Petty, who's in the building, New Jersey high school right-hander, one of the best arms in this draft class, number 29, has not been selected yet. And the Cleveland Indians are up next at number 23. Chris Antonetti and his group, MLB.com has their farm system ranked 13th heading into the regular season. They've also had their fair share of success on draft night. We've just seen Colson Montgomery get popped by the White Sox. Before that, Jordan Wicks, Trey Sweeney. A lot of guys in the building.
Yeah, Joe Mack is down there, catcher from New York. So yes. They're in the building.
Will the theme continue?
Off the board quick.
Yes, we've had 3 in a row. Again, it's been an exciting night. It all started with Henry Davis, who was also in the building here at the Belco Theater. The catcher from Louisville was selected first overall by the Pittsburgh Pirates. Then Jack Leiter went second to the Rangers. The draft room of the Cleveland Indians as they look on, and they have the 23rd overall pick. The Braves after them at 24. Then it's the A's. Here's Commissioner Rob Manfred.
With the 23rd pick of the 2021 MLB Draft, the Cleveland Indians select Gavin Williams, a right-handed pitcher from East Carolina University. The Atlanta Braves have the next pick.
This is a fascinating pick. Gavin Williams, 6'6", 238 pounds, hit 100 miles an hour as an East Carolina freshman. Never claimed a regular rotation spot in his first 3 years at ECU. Had a finger injury during a shortened 2020 campaign. He threw only 68 innings through his first 3 collegiate seasons. Huge step forward this year. Huge. Was 10-1, 1.88 ERA. He made the most of being in that rotation finally. And in his final start of the season, he really performed well against Tim Corbin's Vandy squad. 13 punch-outs.
Monster. I mean, he really is. He's a Lance Lynn type of guy, and I've got a comp here. But this is a guy, as you said, he only pitched 3 innings last year, and he's really developed. And credit to him, you're going to see him right here. He can hold his velocity 97, 98 to 100 miles an hour throughout a game, and it looks like he's just playing catch. And you see that pitch that's really diving down. That's a spike curveball. curveball right there. He also can throw a changeup, but you see the size is 6'6", 238. I kind of comped him to this guy. Now, they're a little bit dissimilar in terms of the arm stroke because Garrett is a little bit longer arm in the back, but in terms of body and attack and the presence and kind of how they fold up from a body standpoint, they're very similar. You can see it right here in terms of the legs, how they push down and get to the plate, and they both have very powerful stuff. I feel like, and I'm not in pro ball, but I feel like this is a guy that can get there relatively quick. I think he can get there soon and probably can help.
Just adding on what Tim said, I might go out on a limb here a little bit, which I have a tendency to do.
You do.
I think when we look back at this draft, he absolutely could be the best pitcher taken in this draft.
Wow.
He's got an internal clock over the rubber that is very, very unique. I put a Brandon Woodruff on him. I see that kind of stuff, that kind of upside. He's got 4 pitches. He throws them all for strikes. His athleticism off the mound needs to improve a little bit. But I think this is a really high ceiling
I
kid.
could be with you on that one. Stuff is great.
But it's really only one full college season of success. Carlos Collazo, what do you make of how much our guys on the desk love this pick?
I mean, I think they're right on it. And I think if you're a pitcher, what better organization to go to than the Cleveland Indians? They've done an outstanding job developing arms. And what I think is interesting about this pick is he's not really the pure strike thrower pitchability type that they've had a tendency to take in recent years. He's got a little more upside, a little more octane in the fastball. It's a 70-grade fastball. He was a guy who was touching mid-90s as a high schooler, and he's tickled the 100, 101 mile per hour as well. He's got a curveball, slider, and a changeup, and I think he really just figured it out this year. He put everything together. Scouts have really liked his arm talent in previous years. He was draft eligible last year, but just putting everything together this year, it's really encouraging the steps that he's taking forward.
And physically imposing, 6'6", 238. He looks angry on the mound, too. I like that. Looks like a defensive end. Gavin Williams drafted out of East Carolina by the Cleveland Indians. On the clock, the Atlanta Braves, their pick when we come back on MLB Network.
Become one of baseball's elite.
This is a very unique player.
With all 5 tools and charisma to match.
I'm going to walk it off, or I'm going to save the game in the 9th inning.
MLB Network presents The Rise of El Nino, Wednesday at 8 Eastern.
The T-Mobile Home Run Derby a mile high means big hits and bigger wins. Because everyone can play free for a share of $50 grand with DraftKings Home Run Derby pools. Plus, every time a DraftKings Sportsbook target is hit in the stands, we'll give away a free trip to the 2021 World Series. Download the DraftKings app now. Enter promo code DERBY. Play free for your share of $50K and a trip to the 2021 World Series. And make it rain with an official partner of Major League Baseball.
This is the most important, amazingest game ever played in the universe. The pitcher is fierce. Danny Roberts is up at bat. And the crowd goes wild. He just won the game. Let's go! Yes!
We protect the car you drive.
Go get him, Danny.
And the dreams that drive you. American Family Insurance. Insure carefully. Dream fearlessly.
With the wave of a hand, stains appear, ruining the things you love. But clean doesn't just happen. Magic happens because you make it happen. Blast out tough messes. Make stains disappear. Soak away odors. Whoa, do that again. It saves the things you love and saves you money. We make OxyClean. You make it work. Work your magic.
The Sport Clips MVP experience. Our legendary hot steam towel caressing your face. Massaging shampoo that'll make you melt into your seat. It's so much more than a haircut.
We need that part.
It's nearly done.
Can you repeat that? That's better.
It's done.
With WebEx, the McLaren Formula One team is collaborating like never before. Introducing the WebEx Suite, driving hybrid work.
It's All-Star Monday on MLB Network. At 1 Eastern, watch round 2 of the MLB Draft. Then at 2 Eastern, MLB Tonight takes the field in Denver for Media Day. And at 3:30 Eastern, get more player interviews on High Heat with Christopher Russo. Monday on MLB Network.
Welcome back back to our 2021 MLB Draft coverage presented by Dove Men Plus Care. To Twitter we go. Former Met legend Doc Gooden with this tweet on the pick of Kumar Rocker. Hey, Mets fans, we got a great pitcher in the selection of Kumar Rocker. This guy's going to be pitching in New York in the not-too-distant future. Love the pick, and congrats to Jack Leiter on being the number 2 overall pick. Once again, Kumar Rocker, college teammates with Jack Leiter. There he is reacting to the news. Very subtle, calm, cool, and collected. His dad, much more animated. Kumar Rocker, the 10th overall pick by the New York Mets. Up next, the Braves at number 24.
With the 24th pick of the 2021 MLB Draft, the Atlanta Braves select Ryan Cusick, a right-handed pitcher from Wake Forest. The Oakland Athletics have the next pick.
Oh, great moment for Ryan Cusick. Big dude, 6'6", 235 pounds. What's interesting about this pick, the Atlanta Braves just a year ago drafted Jared Huster, 25th overall out of Wake Forest. So he's joining his college teammate in the minor leagues with the Atlanta Braves. He's had an interesting college career. 6.44 ERA as a freshman, 3.22 ERA as a sophomore, where his K per 9 was over 17. This year, 4.24 ERA, around 14 K per 9. Jim Callis, what do you think of the Wake Forest Ranger being picked 24th?
He might be the hardest throwing starter in college baseball, Greg, up to 102 miles an hour. The big difference for him this year is I think he came up with a much better breaking ball. He didn't show much feel for spin in the past. He now will flash a plus curveball. He does have the aptitude for throwing a changeup, so you see a 3-pitch mix there. He'll mix in a slider times 2. The key for him to be a starter in the long term is throwing strikes and being more efficient on a consistent basis. And if that doesn't work out, it's real easy to think you see that 102 playing in the bullpen.
Yeah, one of the top fastballs in the country as he shakes the hand of Commissioner Manfred wearing that Braves uni. Wow, who does he remind you of? Dan, do you have a comp for this guy?
Yeah, Jason Schmidt for me.
Oh,
similar
okay.
body type, straight downhill, arm works very similar. A little bit more of a leg swing I think he's going to have to clean up, but that's who my comp is.
Tim Corbin, what do you think of this college right-hander?
Big, strong, throws hard. We were just talking in between. This potentially could be Massachusetts kid, I believe, Wohlers, Mark Wohlers type, possibly if he goes to bullpen, but I'm sure this kid wants to start, and he's probably capable of doing that.
Ryan Cusick, all 6'6" of them standing by with Lauren Gardner. Lauren.
All right, Ryan, you told me before we got started today how important your relationship with your dad is to you. How special is it to share this moment here with him in person?
Oh, it's awesome. God bless me with an amazing support system, all of them who are here today, and it's just an amazing feeling.
Amazing indeed. 2018, you were drafted in the 40th round by the Cincinnati Reds. Here we are 3 years later after a successful college career, despite the pandemic, despite a rough freshman year. How satisfying is this moment for you?
Oh, it's great. A lot of hard work. Started 7 years ago, and this is just a culmination of 7 years, and it's just getting started.
Your former teammate, Jared Schuster, was taken by the Braves last year at the 25th overall pick. What's your first text to him?
I beat you by 1, man.
I think we should end it with that. That was too easy. Congratulations.
Thank you so much.
Oh, that is really good. He did do him one better. The 24th overall pick by the Atlanta Braves. You see, Schuster, his teammate, drafted just last year out of Wake Forest. That's outstanding. Hey, Hall of Famer Pedro Martinez, what do you think of this 6'6" right-hander?
And now I get the opportunity to break down one of the most exciting kids in this draft. His name is Ryan Cusick. And believe me, this kid is loaded with a lot. This is a kid that's tall, is impressive, great body, has a power fastball on the high 90s, and also a real good breaking ball. I like the attitude he presents when he's on the mound. He's gonna come after you. I like his presence on the mound, his makeup. Good luck, Ryan. And guys, I really like this young man. Back to you.
Pedro, thank you so much. You're the man. Cusick to the Atlanta Braves. Up next, it's the Oakland A's, an interesting team. Last year, they went with Tyler Soderstrom, 26th overall. Before that, Logan Davidson, then Kyler Murray, A.J. Puck. They really haven't had the guy that's impacted their big league squad since Matt Chapman was 25th overall in 2014. So this is a farm system that's looking to have that big moment.
Well, 25 is a lucky number. They're 25th again this year, so
right.
We'll see what they do. Raleigh's still looking good, isn't he?
Yeah, Raleigh fingers here.
He can never shave that mustache.
Hall of Famer, inducted in 1992, pitched 9 seasons for the A's. To the podium we go.
With the 25th pick of the 2021 MLB Draft, the Oakland Athletics select Max Muncy, a shortstop from Thousand Oaks High School, Thousand Oaks, California. The Minnesota Twins have the next pick.
Now, in case you're just diving in going, did he say, is that really a Max Muncy? No relation at all to the Dodgers star. In 2021, this kid who's 6'1", 180, hit .469, 11 home runs, 49 ribbies, 34 runs scored, and 10 bags. He can do a little bit of everything. He's a California kid committed to play college baseball at Arkansas, a terrific SEC program. Dan O'Dowd, what do you make of Max Muncy?
Well, he's not going to Arkansas, I can tell you that right now. I love this kid. I love his hit ability. I believe, for me, guys, there's a six power in this guy. I am in love with this swing. He's got rhythm to hit at the plate. He catches the ball out front with ease. He uses the entire field. I think there's power in there. Hey, when I look at him, I see Bregman. I think he ends up moving to third base down the road for me. Maybe doesn't stay at short. But this is one of the better high school swings for me in this year's draft.
Alec Bregman is quite the comp.
Well, hey, second time around, I mean, this is the second Max Muncy. They may as well consider Bregman.
Doesn't really look anything like the Dodgers
2012, they took the other Max Muncy. I mean, he was an Oakland A.
You're right. They've drafted a Max Muncy twice in less than 10 years. Jonathan Mayo, do you have an interesting nugget like that? What do you think of this pick?
I like this pick a lot. I don't think I'm quite as high, or the scouts I talked to weren't as high as Dan on the power. I love the strength of his conviction, though. There is plenty of bat there, and there will be plenty of power. So even if he has to move off a shortstop, I think the bat will profile, whether it's third or second. We'll have to wait and see. This is a guy, I think you send him out as a shortstop and see what happens. If he moves to second, so be it. Some people liken his game to Dansby Swanson, just in the way he goes about it. Maybe not quite as good of a defender. And some people think he's got the offensive trajectory of maybe an Ian Kinsler type.
Hey, can I blow your mind, Jonathan, with another nugget that you're not going to believe?
Hit me.
Both Max Muncys have the same birthday.
What? Have we ever seen both of them in the same place at the same time?
Thank you for not reacting to that nugget, because I think everyone in America is like, there's no way. It's true. August 25th is what I was told. Max Muncy in the big leagues. Max Muncy was just drafted by the Oakland A's. Incredible. Jonathan, thank you. We got to take a break. Up next, it's the Twins and then the Padres. As you see, the crime dog representing the Atlanta Braves, chatting up with Ryan Cusick. Our coverage of the MLB Draft continues after this.
Coverage of the 2021 MLB Draft is presented by Dove Men Plus Care.
I've got gadgets and gizmos aplenty.
I've got who's its and what's its galore.
But who cares?
No big deal. I want more.
Up where they walk, up where they run, up where they stay all day in the sun, wandering free. Wish I could be part of that.
Every baseball game begins long before the first pitch is thrown. As the official freight carrier of Major League Baseball, Old Dominion is proud to play our role in supporting the game we all love. Our customers know the people of Old Dominion see every shipment as a promise. Whether it's a giveaway for the big game or youth baseball equipment that needs to be shipped across the country. No one helps keep those promises like the Old Dominion team.
So the first one's in and the last one's out. For every case of proper number 12 we sell, $5 go to first responders, up to $1 million per year. Here's to the proper heroes. Proper number 12 Irish whiskey, one for all.
Gillette Pro Glide. 5 blades and a pivoting flex ball designed to get virtually every hair on the first stroke. So you're ready for the day with a fresh face for a fresh start. For a limited time, get a 5th cartridge free.
Miss the games? Quick Pitch has your back with all the plays from today that'll be talked about tomorrow on baseball's fastest hour of highlights and previews. MLB Network's Quick Pitch. Late nights and every morning. Only on MLB Network.
Give us the Derby with larger-than-life sluggers. Add Coors Field and Mile High and let them fly.
Here we go.
Give us a show for the ages. The 2021 T-Mobile Home Run Derby, Monday at 8 on ESPN.
It's All-Star Tuesday on MLB Network. Get your cameras ready. The stars come out to shine on the 2021 MLB All-Star Red Carpet Show at 3 Eastern, only on MLB Network.
We are back inside the draft room of the Minnesota Twins. Their farm system coming into 2021 ranked 12th by MLB.com. Royce Lewis was a former first overall pick in 2017. He's their top prospect. They've got Aaron Sabato, who was the 27th overall selection just last year, first baseman, a slugging first baseman. Trevor Larnach in the big leagues now. They've got guys like Jose Barrios, who was a former first rounder in 2012. Byron Buxton, second overall in 2012. They've had success in the draft.
They've done a nice job in the draft, and that's why they've been competitive all the years they have. You know, they got off to a slow start this year in the big leagues, but that does not mean they don't have great talent. They've got tremendous talent in the organization.
Derek Falvey, Thad Levine in the front office of the Minnesota Twins. It's time to find out who they're taking at number 26.
With the 26th pick of the 2021 MLB Draft, the Minnesota Twins select Chase Petty, a right-handed pitcher from Mainland Regional High School in Linwood, New Jersey. The San Diego Padres have the next pick.
Chase Petty, drafted by the Minnesota Twins, the 6'2" Jersey boy, one of the hardest throwing high schoolers ever. He's up there, scouts believe, with Hunter Green. His 2021 stats, 5-1, ERA barely over 1, 99 punch-outs in almost 49 innings. He threw a 13 strikeout one-hitter in his first high school game this season. He punched out 18 in a no-hitter against Mike Trout's alma mater, Millville High School. The next game, he had a 2-run shot, a 3-0 victory, a walk shy of a perfect game. This kid dominated in New Jersey.
Well, that day he threw the no-hitter. He was on with everything. I don't know if Mike Trout would have hit him had he gone back to play for his alma mater.
It's really interesting because, I mean, he throws about as hard as any high school arm in this entire class. And, you know, he hits triple digits. But you know what? There's some feel for pitching. He throws strikes. He's got 3 pitches. You know, there's some reliever risk. Not everyone loved the delivery. But for me, if you can throw that hard, you have that kind of power stuff, and you repeat the delivery, and you already command the ball decently now, I think he has every chance to start. There are plenty of those quote-unquote slightly undersized guys who are starting in the big leagues right now, but none who throw as hard as he does.
And he's got swagger to him, man. Dan O'Dowd, what do you think of Chase Petty?
That's an electric arm with a plus slider. I mean, you don't really see many arms. The difference between high school kids that throw this hard, that have had some injury histories, there's a lot of effort. He doesn't have a ton of effort in his arm. It works pretty easy through his front side.
He's committed to an SEC school, Florida. Good luck there, Gator fans. But Chase Petty, Tim Corbin, he's got that look on the mound, does he not?
He does, and I like the delivery, actually, and like the arm slot, too. There's a lot of whip to it, a lot of action to the ball, and he does. For a kid who throws that hard, he has a good feel of the baseball, too. He can manipulate it already at a very young age.
Chase Petty,
you guys ever seen anybody throw 100 in high school? I mean, it's unbelievable.
It's incredible. Chase Petty standing by with Lauren. Lauren, take it away.
Listen, this kid dripping in swag. You can't see it, but the chain under the tie, I'm actually getting fashion tips from him. How are you feeling right now?
I'm at a loss for words, honestly. I mean, this is a dream come true. I mean, this is something that every kid just dreams of. So standing here right now, wearing this jersey with this organization, with this fan base, I mean, I can't wait.
A pretty special moment. A flamethrower. You've been clocked on the gun at 102, so my question is, which was more exciting? Tossing a no-no against Mike Trout's alma mater, or this?
This just tops everything. And speaking of Mike Trout, he did get picked 26 overall too, so, I mean, same hometown, so.
Interesting correlation. Maybe he'll reach out to you.
He already has. I talked to him quite a bit. I mean, he wished me luck today before this. He's been a great person to lean on. I mean, he's Mike Trout, so.
What was his biggest piece of advice for you, especially for today?
Just grind it out. I mean, that's all you can do in this game. In the minor leagues, I mean, you just grind it out and just follow your dreams.
Okay, we witnessed the birth of a bromance between you and Joe Mack, who is here waiting for his name to be called. Yeah, there they are. Yeah. They have a couple name. You can go ahead and tell us.
Shake and bake, baby.
Shake and bake. How great has this experience been for you?
I mean, I'm shaking. I mean, this is incredible.
Okay, for those of us who were not watching the pre-draft show, why don't you go ahead and tell everyone who you're having dinner with tonight?
Tomorrow night, yeah.
My bad.
Okay, it's okay. Tatis and Manny Machado.
When I grow up, I want to be Chase Petty. Congratulations,
Thank you so much.
It's incredible. I mean, it's a high school senior, and I talked to Mike Trout a lot, going to dinner with Manny Machado and Fernando Tatis. Harold, I bet you were cool your senior high school. I don't know if you're as cool as this guy.
Not even close. Oh, man, come on.
CC Sabathia is pretty cool. He's standing by to break down Chase Petty.
Chase Petty, high school right-hander. I love this kid. I love his moxie on the mound. Obviously, he throws extremely hard. He tops out at 102 miles an hour, but I just love his swag. I love the way he controls the mound, controls the running game, and really is going to be a great starter here in the future just because of his moxie and his swag.
CC, thank you so much. Love when CC weighs in. Awesome stuff. Chase Petty and his big personality off to Minnesota and their farm system. The Twins got a good one. High school right-hander from the state of New Jersey. The big board filled up. Only a few more picks to go. The San Diego Padres inside their draft room. They are selecting number 27, A.J. Preller. Mark Connor, their director of amateur scouting. And look at this. They're all wearing the bling.
I love it. I love it, man.
This is awesome.
They know how to market.
This is so good.
I don't see AJ. AJ doesn't have one on.
Oh,
he didn't homer yet.
He's a giver. He supplies it to all of his guys. He's sitting down in front.
I think he's got one on.
Farm System ranks 6th overall according to MLB.com. You know what the big league product can do. Stars everywhere. This is an incredible organization, and whatever young man is about to get drafted by the Padres at 27, this is an exciting time to be a Padre.
Well, you know, they've really figured it out where they're still using the old school eye test and the analytics together. You know, so I wouldn't be surprised if they have the conversations they have.
As far as any team operating perfectly between a balance of analytics and instinctive intelligence, it's the Padres.
Glenn Hoffman wearing the bling. Time to go to the podium.
With the 27th pick of the 2021 MLB Draft, the San Diego Padres select Jackson Merrill, a shortstop from Severna Park High School in Severna Park, Maryland. The Tampa Bay Rays have the next pick.
Wow, Jackson Merrill, left-handed hitting shortstop, 6'3", 195 pounds. He's the third high school position player from the state of Maryland drafted in the top 5 rounds in this century. Troy Stokes Jr., last one to do it in 2014. Good field to hit according according to scouts. Moves well at short. Part of a Severna High School Falcons team that won the Class 4A East Regional 2 title back in June. But Jonathan Mayo, according to MLB.com, I'm looking to find Jackson Merrill, number 79, according to you guys, 102, according to Baseball America. Here he is, drafted 27th. What gives?
Yeah, he was one of these guys with the big up arrow, kind of like Frank Mazzucato on the position player side. We actually got word that the Yankees almost took him at number 20 overall, so the Padres are probably pretty happy they got him where they got him. He was a pop-up guy that people were going to see, an athletic, big, shortstop, left-handed hitter. Even when we were breaking down Marcelo Mayer, we talked that combination of skills, really good. Not 100% sure he stays at short. You give him a chance to because he is super athletic, but if he outgrows the position, there's power in the bat, so he could move to third. Maybe he plays second base, but an interesting guy. Kind of reminds me of a few years back when the Pirates took Cole Tucker in the first round, and I wonder if the Padres knew that if they didn't take him now, he wouldn't be there for their next pick when maybe they originally had him tapped.
Interesting. Padres selecting a high school shortstop at number 27. He's committed to Kentucky. Grew up a big Red Sox fan, and his favorite player was Dustin Pedroia. So Jackson Merrill selected. As you see, a great moment inside the theater here. Chase Petty was drafted by the Minnesota Twins. He put the uni on. Up next, it's the Rays and Dodgers when the draft rolls on.
Hi, this is John Franco, the 125th player drafted in 1981. I'd like to congratulate the draft class of 2021. Guys, it's a dream come true. All the hard work that you put in is paying off today. God bless and enjoy the ride.
The guys are psyched up for the next Intentional Talk. Whoa, let's go! Now that's excitement. Kevin Millar and Steven Nelson. Intentional Talk, weekdays at 5 Eastern on MLB Network.
You said that you would shave your eyebrow off for a hashtag Klondike. Go, go.
Do for a Klondike.
Curiosity pushes you forward. It's what inspired Naomi to create an unrivaled wine using the best from California to push flavor in new directions for a taste like no other. Naomi, flavor forward.
Nobody covers our pastime like Baseball America. From high school and college, complete coverage. Get a 1-year subscription loaded with exclusive features, in-depth analysis, and expert scouting reports for less than $8 per month. Call 1-800-845-2726 or log on to baseballamerica.com/MLB Network to subscribe all year round.
Did I find my new car on Cars.com? Or did it find me? My hands were chilled to the bone. They came with a heated steering wheel. I was lost, but the navigation system brought me here. For goodness sake, from the price to the remote start, it's like Cars.com saw into my soul.
Let me give you another minute, okay?
Cars.com. It's magical. Here you go. Let me help you.
Hi, Mr. Charles. We made you dinner.
Oh, thank you.
Ready to eat?
Yes, I am.
Oh boy, Denver. Mile high. Physics. Do you even know what happened to a baseball when you pack a bunch of all-stars into Coors Field?
Sir?
You got all right, El Nino, Vladdy Jr., Les Jr., Mookie, Ronald Andretti Show, a ton. I bet even those TV guys want to take some hacks for this one. Look, the scoreboard guy is going to get a workout, and I am here for that.
Welcome back to our 2021 MLB Draft. Coverage presented by Dove Men Plus Care. Time to sign some autographs, Chase Petty. Take some selfies. The right-hander selected by the Minnesota Twins with the 26th overall selection. Up next, it's the Tampa Bay Rays. Eric Neander and company getting ready to submit their pick. The top farm system in the game. This group knows how to draft players. They've been doing it with a high level of success for quite a long time. They're up next at number 28.
Well, not only drafting, Greg, but they've been able to take those draftees and flip them later if they need to.
Yes.
They got a number of trades that they've made with players that have filled their farm system and kept it moving.
Yeah,
they had 7 players, I think, in the futures game.
And Matthew Liberatore, now with the St. Louis Cardinals, was drafted by the Tampa Bay Rays 16th overall in 2018. He was flipped in a deal, as you see, 21 total picks in this draft, 11 in the first 10 rounds. It's already the top farm system in the sport. Dan, they've kind of set the bar, have they not?
They've got it figured out right now, Greg. And the beauty of the depth of their system, they don't have to rush any of their prospects to the big leagues. So they can get the right number of innings pitched, the right at-bats, especially a high school draft to really finish themselves off.
Yeah. I don't know how they field teams, though. Everybody's a shortstop and everybody's a pitcher. And then they go, okay, what do you do? No, it's amazing what they've done.
Unless you're Brendan McKay, who they drafted 55th overall, and he's a position player and a hitter. Back to the podium we go.
With the 28th pick of the 2021 MLB Draft, the Tampa Bay Rays select Carson Williams, a shortstop from Torrey Pines High School, San Diego, California. The Los Angeles Dodgers have the next pick.
Wow, Carson Williams is now the 10th shortstop selected out of the first 28 picks in this draft. Now, he is, like I mentioned Brendan McKay earlier, he was drafted pitcher and a position player, one of the top two-way players in the country, Carson Williams. He was initially favored as a pitcher. He added 15 pounds of spring. It boosted his raw power. Plus defender, they love his arm. Put up great numbers this year in high school. 495 average, 11 home runs, great slug. And Jonathan Mayo, he's got speed too. He stole 34 bags.
Yeah, I think it was the uptick in the offensive game that you mentioned, Greg, is what landed him in the first round. He kind of had late, your favorite word in the draft. We haven't used it much, helium. We haven't talked much helium to put him here in this spot. The defense was never in question. He can flat out play shortstop. You mentioned the hose of an arm, one of the best arms in the entire draft class. He was going to stay there, no doubt, but there were some questions about his bat and catching up to premium velocity. He answered a lot of those questions this spring. He can really hit. He's going to grow into some more power as he adds strength to that 6'2" frame.
Again, 10 shortstops in the first 28 picks. Jonathan, thank you. Tim, is this just, in your eyes, a special shortstop year? Is that how you would view it?
Yeah, I think it has to be. I mean, all of the guys that have been picked so far are very talented in their own right. Harold just mentioned about Tampa Bay's affinity for shortstops. They're baseball players. Those guys can move around, and I think that's the one luxury of a high school kid, whether it's Max Muncy or Williams. They can play a lot of different positions and are good at what they do because they play the shortstop spot.
I think the reality it is, and Tim knows this, you want athletes in your organization. When you get athletes in your organization, you can do so many different things with them. Shortstop, for the most part, are some of your better athletes.
I think it's a product of the travel ball system, too, because the shortstops and the pitchers, those are going to be the multi-athlete, and they're going to go to the different teams that are going to continue to move on.
Yeah.
So that's why I think we're seeing a lot of it. It's not the local town high school team anymore. It's hey, you want to come play shortstop for me? You can play here. So they're moving around and doing that.
Now, if you look at mock drafts, these are not the best available in terms of recent picks. Look at the best available players. Ty Madden, a decorated college pitcher out of Texas, is still on the board. This is a guy that was ranked 9th by MLB.com, 12th by Baseball America. Bubba Chandler, Will Taylor. Now, signability issues because some of these guys are already committed to play other sports in college. Joe Mack, who's in the building, great left-handed stroke, a catcher. Del Castillo, another terrific catching talent. Who's your favorite on the board?
Talking with me? My favorite right now, I think Will Taylor is my guy.
Okay.
With the 29th pick of the 2021 MLB Draft, the Los Angeles Dodgers select Maddox Bruns, a left-handed pitcher from UMS Wright Prep School, Mobile, Alabama. The Cincinnati Reds have the next pick.
Maddox Bruns, 6'2", southpaw, as much pure arm talent as any pitcher in this class. He tops out at 98. He's an uncomfortable at bat. If you watch this kid's footage, command, some scouts think is a question mark, but he's not worried about that now. He's committed to Mississippi State, and Maddox Bruns is standing in our MLB draft spotlight.
Hi, I'm Maddox Bruns.
Talented left-hander. Maddox Bruns, all-around athlete, plays football and basketball the last couple of years.
Clayton Kershaw and Max Fried. They're both lefties, and we throw similar pitches.
Got him with a fastball. Again, 96 from Maddox Bruns.
I listen to country and rock, Johnny Cash, Red Hot Chili Peppers, Motley Crue. Now it's my day to shine.
The Dodgers selecting Maddox Bruns, 29th overall. Jim Callis, what do you make of this pick?
It's been kind of an interesting road to the first round for Maddox Bruns. At PG National, which was the first big showcase event last year, he was spectacular. And then the rest of the summer, he really struggled to throw strikes, so he's kind of an enigma coming into this year. He's got big stuff. You mentioned fastball up to 98, mid-80s slider, curveball can be plus, and he did a better job harnessing it. And I think this is a great fit for the Dodgers. The Dodgers do as good a job of player development as anybody. That's why they keep winning at the big league level. And they've got this guy who's got a high ceiling, and they're going to get the most out of him. So if I'm Maddox Bruns, I'm excited to be going to the Dodgers. And if I'm the Dodgers, I'm excited to be able to see what I can turn Maddox Bruns into.
An interesting pick, no doubt. Jim Callis, thank you so much. We're going to step aside when we come back. A compensation pick for Trevor Bauer signing with the Dodgers. It's the Reds' second selection of day one of the 2021 draft. When we come back live to Denver, Colorado.
Welcome to the show, where everyone and everything is connected. Those obsessed with the game can take the complex and make it simple. That's why Major League Baseball chose Extreme Networks to advance their game.
Unlock a summer of possibilities in a new Chevy. Expand your options and your perspective. Find your next adventure in a new Chevy.
Enjoy the open road and make no monthly payments for the rest of the summer on select popular Chevy SUVs. Plus, get interest-free financing for 72 months when you finance with GM Financial. Find new roads at your local Chevy dealer.
Sometimes you wanna go where everybody knows your name, and they're always glad you came.
Welcome back, America. It sure is good to see you.
What if we were wrong in thinking that joy happens only at the end? What if joy is the whole game, not just the end game?
New Dove Men deodorant is different. It has 48-hour protection and a plant-based moisturizer that cares for your skin. Odor protection that works. New Dove Men plant-based care.
Need more performance. He wants more performance.
I can't hear you. That's better.
More performance.
Okay, we're on it.
Can you bring up that data?
Guys, let me show you this.
Shall we switch to scenario 7? Scenario 7? Copy. Switching.
With WebEx, the McLaren Formula One team is making collaboration count. Introducing the WebEx Suite, driving hybrid work.
It's All-Star Tuesday on MLB Network. Get your cameras ready. The stars come out to shine on the 2021 MLB All-Star Red Carpet Show at 3 Eastern, only on MLB Network.
You know, it's amazing when you look at the breakdown of a first round of an MLB draft, how it's always balanced, Dan O'Dowd. 14 high school, 15 college. It always looks this way.
It is. You know, usually you see a little bit of an imbalance there with pitchers and position players, but Greg, it's been a very, very across the board.
10 of the 15 position players, shortstops. You see 15 college players. Once again, it's been a special MLB draft on the road as we take you inside the draft room of the Cincinnati Reds. Farm Systems ranked 20th. They've got a lot of homegrown guys. We're excited to see Hunter Green make his big league debut, maybe at some point this year. They're still within striking distance, the second overall pick in 2017. This is a compensation pick coming up next for Trevor Bauer signing signing with the Los Angeles Dodgers. We're going to have a shorter amount of time in between picks now, because after this selection, 30th overall by the Reds, it'll be the competitive balance round A, and then we'll have picks 31 through night 1 of the MLB draft. Rounds 2 through 10 will come up tomorrow on MLB Network and MLB.com. We're going to take a quick break. The Reds' second selection of the night is after the break on MLB Network.
Coverage of the 2021 MLB Draft is presented by Dove Men Plus Care.
Welcome to Allstate. You already pay for car insurance. Why not take your home along for the ride? Allstate. Here, better protection costs a whole lot less. You're in good hands. Click or call to bundle today.
Don't you just love the look on the kids' faces?
Yeah, that look of pure terror.
No, the smile.
And that second right before the first tear comes.
What?
Pizza on a bagel. We can all agree with that.
Do you want a hug?
Gillette Pro Glide. 5 blades and a pivoting flex ball designed to get virtually every hair on the first stroke. So you're ready for the day with a fresh face for a fresh start. For a limited time, get a 5th cartridge free.
This is the current Irish whiskey belt holder. This is the Rich and Smooth Challenger. Ding, ding. Proper number 12 Irish whiskey. One for all.
Wendy's only serves one kind of breakfast, a better one. So chuck your old salty egg-wich and pick up 2 of these fresh $4. Choose wisely. Choose Wendy's 2 for $4.
Just push it down the third base line and end up at first base.
Relax and watch High Heat with Christopher Russo, only on MLB Network.
Give us the Derby with larger-than-life sluggers. Add Coors Field and Mile High and let them fly. Here we go. Give us a show for the ages. The 2021 T-Mobile Home Run Derby, Monday at 8 on ESPN.
The first time, it was Monday. And since 1965, there have been close to 75,000 selections in the MLB Draft. Live coverage of the 2021 MLB Draft continues tomorrow at 1 Eastern on MLB Network and MLB.com.
Welcome back to our 2021 MLB Draft. Coverage presented by Dove Men Plus Care. Live from the Belco Theater, all 30 clubs making their selections tonight. The Reds getting set for their second. The headline is Henry Davis going 1 of 1. The Pirates took the college catcher, and he joins this list of college position players drafted first overall. We've seen it back-to-back years, make it 3 years in a row. Adley Rutschman, the catcher, was selected by the Baltimore Orioles. It wasn't exactly what we expected. The mock drafts, they were saying a high school shortstop. Marcelo Meyer, he's the guy. And it was Henry Davis who Ben Cherington selected first overall. Like I said before, this is a compensation pick coming up next at number 30. The Reds get this for Trevor Bauer signing with the Los Angeles Dodgers. It's their second selection of the night. Their first pick came in number 17, and it was Matt McLean, a guy who you thought, Dan, was the next Michael Young. To the podium we go.
With the 30th pick of the 2021 MLB Draft, the Cincinnati Reds select Jay Allen II, an outfielder from John Carroll High School, Fort Pierce, Florida. The Miami Marlins have the next pick.
Jay Allen, he's a physical specimen, 6'3", 190, 3-sport standout. Baseball, football, basketball, played quarterback in high school, John Carroll High School in Florida. Athletic, his draft stock went up thanks to his bat, and he's standing in our MLB Draft Spotlight.
Jay Allen, now it's my day to shine.
The talented Jay Allen picks up the base hit that time.
Starving by Haley Van Leet. Cam Newton's, his work ethic and the things that he's went through and everything just shows me that I have to keep going and just to be a better player.
Love the player. We watch video of all these guys, and we all have our favorites. He was one of my favorites in this draft.
Well, I love the multi-athlete, but you can see it just in that last throw how athletic he is.
Yeah, and Jonathan Mayo, my count for him, because I know you love him, I think Brian Jordan when I see Jay Allen.
Wow. I don't know if he's quite as physical, at least not yet, but that's what he could have gone on to play some football in college if he wanted to, although he was only committed to the University of Florida for baseball. The big thing for him this spring is he really found more balance at the plate. It allowed him to make more consistent contact because there were some swing and miss concerns early on. He's shown some plus run times. He can play center field right now. If he fills out, maybe he's that super athletic right fielder. Really solid tools across the board.
So 2 position players selected on day 1 of the draft by the Cincinnati Reds. Matt McClain, the college shortstop from UCLA, and Jay Allen, a high school outfielder who was committed to the University of Florida. You see his numbers, 28 games. He had over 350. He can swipe bags, 22 stolen bases, terrific arm in the outfield as well. Jay Allen, back-to-back position players by the Reds. What do you guys think of that?
Well, they continue to gather athletes, and it's interesting, college and high school. I like that combination a lot of times.
I do, but again, it comes down to you betting on the bat. I mean, no one plays in the big leagues anymore unless they hit.
I agree with that. The Marlins are up next. Their first selection, Khalil Watson is who they selected earlier at number 16. This is their next pick at 31.
With the 31st pick of the 2021 MLB Draft, the Miami Marlins select Joe Mack, a catcher from Williamsville East High School, East Amherst, New York. The Detroit Tigers have the next pick.
A great moment for Joe Mack, joining Khalil Watson as part of the Marlins draft class, one of the top high school catchers in the country, along with Harry Ford. His bat is something, Dan O'Dowd, you've loved for a while.
His kick and hit, man, he's got a really good feel at the plate. Again, another catcher that needs to develop that part of his game, but the bat's real.
As for that part of his game defensively, Jonathan Mayo, what do scouts think of Joe Mack's potential down the line, staying in the squat behind home plate?
I think there's the entirety of his career, unless there's some injury or anything like that. For me, he was maybe the best all-around catching prospect in this class, just in terms of the surety, the certainty that he stays behind the plate. He receives well, he throws well. The bat is very good. It was heating up as the spring wore on, made an adjustment at the plate, so he was starting to hit a little bit more like he had over the summer against premium competition, which can be a little bit of a concern when you're talking about a guy from upstate New York. He's not facing great competition, but this is a really, in one draft, that's how you build an organization.
No doubt, Jonathan. This kid, there's a lot to like. My favorite nugget for Joe Mack, he didn't start his high school baseball season this spring until May 14th. He missed a few games.
Greg, when I look at catching, I look at hip mobility, because if you don't have hip mobility, you really aren't going to be able to catch a low pitch, and not going to be a very good blocker ever. This guy's got incredible hip mobility. He moves very well behind the plate.
Yeah, what I wanted to say there before you cut me off was
I didn't think it was going to be anything important.
He didn't play until May 14th after he played for his school's volleyball team in the state finals.
Again, hip mobility.
I think that's a nugget, Lauren Gardner.
That's why I cut him off.
What do you think?
Yes, guys, we did talk about the volleyball stuff. He was actually showing me some film. So, I mean, it was either this or volleyball. Are you happy?
100% baseball decision. So, yeah.
I think that was a smart decision. New York kid, you're going to Jeter's team. How excited are you for that?
I don't know what to say. I'm just really excited, really blessed, and really thankful for this opportunity. Go Marlins, let's go.
Your brother Charles and the twins. Oh, here we go. Chase Petty. Shake and bake. Reunited. How you guys doing?
Good. I'm excited.
Yeah, I'm good, man. I'm good. I feel great.
This is a magical moment. So he's invited to have dinner tomorrow night, right? With Tatis and Machado.
Yeah, he's probably better than both of them at this point, so, I mean, he might as well. You know? I got you.
What?
Guys, this is Shake and Bake's world, and I'm just living in it.
Yeah, some shake and bake.
But we did talk about your brother, who's drafted by the Twins. He's in the organization. What wisdom did he impart on you?
Just stay relaxed. Just work hard, grind it out, and everything will happen. And whatever happens, happens for a purpose.
What's the future for you two?
Shake and bake.
Shake and bake. Shake and bake.
That's all there is to say. Shake and bake. It's not dying now. It's not dying ever.
Can we start a hashtag Shake and Bake?
We should.
Can we?
We should.
Can we?
Yeah. Okay, well, we're going to have the hashtag Shake and Bake, and I'm pretty sure you two are going to end up with some sort of reality show. We'll do the TikTok later on. Congratulations, Joe. Soak this in.
I will.
A big night for the Marlins. They get the 19th rated player available, according to MLB.com, at 31. Before that, the 4th best player available, according to MLB.com, Khalil Watson at number 16. A good look at Joe Mack and his numbers this year. The mayor, Sean Casey, breaks them down.
Hey guys, I love this pick, Joe Mack. This kid's going to be an absolute stud on both sides of the ball. Listen, when you take a look at his swing, he's short, compact to the ball. I really like it. I like how quick he is down through it. The one thing that I see that I think he'll get better when he gets some pro instruction is that separation. And right now when I see Joe, he gets just a little bit of a load and a little bit of a step, which doesn't really get into that bow and arrow effect. He's going to get it soon where he loads his hands, steps away from him, and he gets that dynamic movement where he can unload on the ball. I love this kid. He's going to be a big league, big time bat. Back to you guys.
Sean, thank you very much. A terrific night for the Marlins.
Done a nice job. I mean, you still build it, and as they continue to build this thing and just add.
Oh, and they're doing it up the middle too,
which is what
built
they always
from the
say.
middle out. Correct.
Yeah, build a championship team. You like Joe Mack, don't you, Tim?
I do. Very athletic. Did you catch those numbers? 56 ABs and 26 stolen bases. I mean, that's tough to do when you hit 500. I know high school baseball up north, but at the same time, you got to be special to do those types of things.
And he's a cool kid. He lost 20 pounds last March after coming down with COVID. He had to battle back from that. Physically, it wore him down. And here he is having an incredible night. Him and Chase Petty entertaining the world here at the MLB Draft. Back to the podium we go.
With the 32nd pick of the 2021 MLB Draft, the Detroit Tigers select Ty Madden, a right-handed pitcher from the University of Texas. The Milwaukee Brewers have the next pick.
He joins Jackson Jobe, who the Tigers took earlier tonight at number 3. One of the hardest throwers of any pitcher in this draft. Gets up to 99. Helped bring Texas within 1 win of their first College World Series Finals berth since 2009. He added 35 pounds to his 6'3" frame this past offseason. It led to a monster year. ERA at 2.45, 137 Ks, and 113 2/3. Carlos Collazo, this was a highly decorated college arm, and here the Tigers get him at number 32.
When he was going to come off the board, obviously he was our 3rd college pitcher and our 4th pitcher overall. Now the Tigers have 2 of those pitchers. I think it's really interesting with Madden, his fastball quality. It's different from Leiter, it's different from some of these other players. It doesn't play up in the zone as well. J.J. Cooper at Baseball America wrote a really good article about this. It plays down in the zone, so maybe that's why he slid. I'm not entirely sure why he slid, but he's got a really impressive fastball slider combination. He's shown a good changeup in the past, but I think this is a really good pick for the Tigers.
Well, I think it's a really good pick too, Carlos, and I think it was fastball metrics. We were hearing that he might last longer in the draft than we expected. I didn't think there was any way he was getting to 32, and we were hearing fastball metrics might be the reason. If I'm the Tigers, I got Jackson Jobe, who they obviously valued as the best pitcher in the draft, and now you get Ty Madden, who I think we both had as the number 3 college pitcher behind the 2 Vandy boys. What a day of pitching for the Tigers.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I mean, Jim, Carlos, thank you. You can't argue what the Tigers did. Top high school pitcher available and 3rd best college arm, according to those guys.
Yeah, I love the kid. He's highly competitive, sinks well over the rubber for me. Plus fastball. You know, he's a broad-shouldered guy. I don't even think he's done coming close to filling. A slurvy breaking ball for me, which I think is extremely effective. Changeup's got to come. I had a John Lieber on him. I could have gone Andy Bennis. I went back and forth on one of those two guys. Lieber, to me, has a similar delivery, but a workhorse, middle of the rotation type guy who I think has some upside left in his development process.
I think we're starting to see some identities from the organizations as to how they're building their franchises, right?
Yeah, good call.
And you're starting to see that a little bit now.
Up next, the Brewers at 33.
With the 33rd pick of the 2021 MLB Draft, the Milwaukee Brewers select Tyler Black, a second baseman from Wright State. The Tampa Bay Rays have the next pick.
He joins Sal Frelick out of Boston College as first rounders by the Brewers. 6'2", 190 pounds. Burst onto the scene at Wright State in 2019. He was the Horizon League Freshman of the Year. Finished with more walks than strikeouts. He struggled a bit in 2020. Had a shoulder injury. Had surgery to repair his labrum. They shut him down. But Jim Callis, he hit for much more power this year. What kind of player are the Brewers getting in Tyler Black?
But they're getting an offensive second baseman, Greg. He's another one of these hitters like Trace Sweeney, small school hitter, small school college hitter, had a lot of helium as the draft approached. He was in the first round mix for a couple teams. You're getting a guy who's got good exit velocities, puts the bat on the ball very consistently. I think it's probably going to be average power, 20 home runs, kind of average run, average defender at second base. You're getting a really good bat with 20 home run potential. You got to ask Tim about this guy. They opened the season against Vanderbilt. He doubled off Kumar Rocker on day one.
Tim, you want to talk about him because you saw that up close.
Yeah, thanks for that, Jim, too. Yeah, that was a double. That was an 0-2 pitch, actually, that was down and in, and he scooped it and hit it right center field. I'll tell you who he is. Not who he is, but he's from Toronto. Joey Votto was from there, 6'2". He's solid, plays second base, plays some third. There's a great story behind Tyler Black. This guy can really hit. The metrics and the numbers on him are really good. More walks than strikeouts, but he's a hitter that can hit for power. And in that regional against Tennessee and some of those other teams, he played so well and hit the ball so well.
So you like pick. All right, the Brewers take him at number 33. We have 3 picks left on day one of the MLB Draft, which continues live right after this.